You didn't quit. You're really like against all odds. You're doing something that no one in the family has done, that none of your friends have done.
I'm just gonna say the thing you're not supposed to say.
Whatever is mine is looking for me.
You have to know what road to take to get to your final destination.
Everything that you ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
Well, hello, good evening. I feel like it's been a minute. So let's go ahead and get into this reunion because it was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. It was disgraceful. And I'm glad I ranted on TikTok Live so I could be a little more emotionally stable in tonight's live. Not gonna lie, because the reunion, not only was it disgraceful, but it was also racially driven. It was disappointing. Andy, he held it down for us out there. I think he asked what he was allowed to. Um, yeah, it doesn't seem like accountability was present at all. They could have kept this. Like, I think I saw somebody say they could have sent this reunion could have been an email. It could have been. So let's get into this because of course I pulled clips. So I don't even know where to start. Let's start with Olandria because and before I dive into this, I just want to say that sometimes in life, winning looks different. Sometimes in life, winning looks like being loved and also being hated. And the whole purpose of the show, it was titled Love Island. And I feel like the realest people on the show walked away with love. Like love in friendship, love in a romantic partner. Like they really walked away with love. And one thing that I noticed about fake people, phony people, is that they never have genuine, real connections. It doesn't matter if it's friendship, it doesn't matter if it's a romantic partnership. So at the end of the day, like I wanted to come here mad, but when I really sat and reflected on, it, I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. The realest people on the show walked away with love. What is there really to be mad about? They wanted life. Do you not understand there are people that come into this world, they don't get to experience genuine friendship. They don't get to experience genuine romantic love. And one thing about Shelly and Olandria, they got that experience. They got a bonus. They got Shelly and Olandria got sisterhood. Ace and Nick got brotherhood. And they got romance. I mean, like we can be upset. And I feel like black women, I'm not here to dismiss how upset you are. But I'm saying, like, let's take a step back for a sec. My mic is slow. Let me see if I can fix it because I did move it. But let's really look at this from a different angle for a sec. Is it turning up? Let me know. Is it turning up? So thank you. If you're interested in my jewelry, go to my Instagram at Yanni's World. Let me go ahead and put it on the screen. You can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at Yanni's World. I'm going to try to be a little more consistent with posting personal stuff about my life. Not too personal, but kind of. Kind of. All right, let's get into the Olandria situation with George Floyd. But I just wanted to start off the live with that. Let me pull it up here. So I think it's this one.
Yeah, I thought things were great. And then starting to see the videos, it hurt my feelings.
Oh, that's not the right one.
Speak up for me.
I think this scene, and I have to cover it, so, copyright. But I believe this scene is what upset Black women. And collectively, like it really is upsetting for us. It seems like we're not allowed to be upset. So I don't know why. But let's continue.
Speak up for me. I'm her. I said bullying, and it wasn't just bullying, it was racism. All of it. And I'm really sorry about that. Like, I do not make these posts by people. I have told people I don't want anybody getting hate. I don't want any bullying. I don't want anything. I've said it so.
Now, this is what I want to highlight. The beef was with Shelly. The beef was not with Olandria. The beef was originally with Shelly. So if you have a real friend with Olandria and she's getting swept up in the bullying and the racism online, as her friend, you should have stood up for her. And see, oftentimes when we try to form relationships with non-Black women, they want us to be there supporting them. They want us to be there helping them. And then when the shoe is on the other foot and it's time for them to step up and actually be there for us, they drop the ball. And this is just one of those situations. So again, the beef was really with Shelly. The beef was not with Olandria. And Olandria is saying that before they even left Fiji, she had a conversation with Huda about the racism and the bullying that she was facing. And mainly it was the racism. And Olandria made that very clear to her. So as a friend, like if you're going to befriend a Black woman and your fans, your family, your other friends are showing them racism, why wouldn't you stand up for them? Like, why wouldn't you defend them? And then this is the worst part. This is what I don't see too many people talking about. Honda, she has a half Black daughter. So how this is my thing. How can you sit back as a mother of a half Black daughter and see the racism spewed to a friend, just to Black women in general, black women, Black girls? Like, how could you sit back and watch that and not feel the need to say anything or do anything when you're a mother to a half Black girl? Like, I need someone to explain that to me as well. Because, okay, you don't want to make it about Olandria because you feel like she's an alliance with Shelly. All right, cool. But your half Black daughter like your fans being racist. It's like, where's the connection with that? Like, why is there a disconnect with that? I don't get that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I've said it so many times today. Like, I am sorry that all of that happened, but I was getting racism hate too. Like,
Girl, bye.
I was getting hate in that way. I think that's wrong. Racism is wrong. I don't agree with it at all.
Is this why you unfollowed her, Olandria?
100%. Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's like I've seen two different people. Because we were in the villa talking about, I can't wait to plan trips together. You were saying things like, oh, I want you to meet my daughter, etc. I was excited for those moments. But then when we get out, it's like a complete switch. Like, you seen social media, now you're saying you've seen clips and this and that. Where do you...
Here come the percentages. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. First of all, you are a minority. You can pass as a white woman, but you're still a minority. And your daughter has Black in her. So most racist people, white supremacy people, right, that think that, white genes are the greatest genes. We can get into that, right? But it's like your daughter, even yourself, you wouldn't pass the standard with them. So it's like, how can you sit there and be comfortable with that? Like, it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. So I don't know. It's like there's a cognitive dissonance with her, and it makes no sense because it's like, you're a woman of color. So it's like you should be somewhat understanding of why this affects Olandria in the way that it did. And again, I could understand if the beef with Shelly was the reason, but what does that have to do with Olandria? Olandria was still a friend to you after the fact. So I don't know. It's weird, and you're allowing the internet to tell you how to view your friendships and with people that you have in real life. Social media is dictating your decisions like that.
Ladies think that you go from here. I mean, for me personally, like, you know, you pick and choose who you want to be friends with, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to be friends with everybody.
Do you
So it's
want to
like,
be friends with Huda?
no, I just wish you well from a distance.
wish
Like,
you
I
well
want
as
the best
well.
for her, but it's just like me personally.
No, Shelly don't want to be friends with her, and that's another thing. Can we make it normal to not want to be friends with somebody? We don't got to be friends with everybody. We don't. It's fake to try to be friends with everybody. Honda is not a good friend. She's not. And then this is what is killing me when it comes to everyone being so mad at Shelly and Olandria. But the same reasons Chris don't fuck with her, the same reasons Jeremiah don't fuck with her, it's the same reason Shelly and Olandria don't either. The switch up is insane. Like they're literally all complaining about the same thing. 4 people are complaining about the same thing, yet people keep making excuses for them. For her. I'm sorry. For her. Why? Like, make that make sense. Everybody got the same issue, yet she's not the problem. But literally 4 different people have the same issue with her. Why is that? It makes no sense. And people keep defending it. And then this, like, honestly, I'm going to be so real with y'all. I had a little, I had a little grace left for Honda. I did a little because I do believe in redemption, but it's like this George Floyd situation, I'm done. Like to the point, if I see a black woman supporting her, anybody that supports her, I won't be supporting them. I will be blocking, I will be unfollowing. And yes, it's that serious because she is what is wrong with this country. People who support women like her is what's wrong with this country. It's the reason that man is in office. It's the reason why this country is going backwards as is. So it's either you're going to stand for something or fall for anything. And yes, it's that serious. Yes, it's that deep. Yes, it is. So anyone that is supporting her, I will be removing my support, my money, my dollars. I will never watch Love Island again. This is a one and done, open and close type situation. You don't have to worry about me because the racism was disgusting. And then it really showed black people that George Floyd Black Lives Matter movement blackout, like, oh my God, make your profile black. Like all that shit was fake. It was performative. It was just a trend. Because why are we the only ones upset when it comes to this episode? Why are we the only ones upset when it comes to what the fuck happened on this reunion? Why? Because all these people were in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. All these people were supporting George Floyd. All these people were locking arms with us. Where they at now? Because how we go from George Floyd, Black Lives Matter, oh my God, make your profile black, black out your profile, boycott this brand, boycott this, to now we cool with this? Like we can joke about this? Like, oh, this is not a big deal? It's not? It's not? That's crazy. Okay.
A friendship, like that trust is broken. Like that's not something I can do. I wouldn't feel like I could trust her as my friend. So it's just like, you know.
Same question.
I love her to death, but that really was a turning point for me. I wish you guys both well.
And black women, let that be a turning point for us all. Let that not only just be a turning point for Olandria, let it be a turning point for us all.
I wish you the best. Like, I don't want either one of y'all receiving hate. And like Shirley said, not everybody's meant to be friends, and that's okay, but it doesn't mean I hate them.
Well, I agree that hate in any form is unacceptable, and I'm glad that we were able to have this conversation. And thank you guys for being so open about it.
Man, listen, and this is the thing that be killing me about women that still defending this woman. Y'all sit up here on social media all day talking about he's a narcissist, but you can't even see when it's a narcissistic woman. And you want to know why women refuse to see how Honda is a narcissist? Is because she shows traits that they carry that they don't want to address themselves. And I'm talking about the women. I'm not talking about the men. You don't want to acknowledge that this woman is a narcissist. Because one thing about narcissists is that you keep giving them grace, you keep giving them grace, you keep giving them grace, thinking that they're going to do better next time, thinking that they're going to be better next time, and they don't. And the reason they're not better is because they don't think they've done anything wrong. They just manipulate themselves out of the situation that they victimize you in and somehow get out of that and then turn around, you back at square one. That's a narcissist. But the reason why women don't want to acknowledge it is because they themselves behave in similar ways to Honda. So that means if you call her a narc, then what are you calling yourself? That's why narcissists are so like supported, and some would even say protected, is because they have a lot of enablers that give them excuses, passes, that downplay their ways and their behavior and how they treat other people. That's why they thrive. So if women are sitting up here and you refuse to see that she is narcissistic, but you quick to call the characteristics out in a man, it's because you resemble her in some type of way and you don't want to deal with that. And this is why I will not be supporting, following, I will be blocking, unfollowing people that support her, because that tells me that you must have something in common with her. And she's a narcissist. It's just, it is what it is. Let's really talk about it. She's a narc.
Speak up for me. I'm her. I said bullying, and when I it wasn't just bullying, it was racism. All of it. And I'm really sorry about that. Like, I do not make.
And then she keeps saying it's not just bullying, it's racism. Huda has made it known that she feels that she was bullied. Okay, we can acknowledge that. Some people don't want to acknowledge that because she doesn't want to acknowledge the racism and how bad it really was. So let's acknowledge the bullying. But why can't she acknowledge the racism? That is your friend, right? And I'm using that very loosely because I don't throw around friend loosely like that. That's your friend. Why are you not sticking up for your friend? Because one thing about Olandria, she wasn't adding fuel to her being bullied online. She was on live on TikTok, kissing on that girl, cuddling on the couch with that girl. She wasn't feeding into the bullying of Honda. She wasn't. She wasn't. She was showing love publicly. Which a lot of, I'm gonna be real with you, a lot of black women were looking at Olandria like, girl, get away from her. Like, let's have a real conversation. We looking at Olandria like, girl, get away from her. The hell? She ain't your friend. But Olandria had a friendship with her. It is what it is. We don't know what they was dealing with in the village, so it is what it is, right? And then turn around, and when it comes to having her back and supporting Olandria, she leaves her hanging. Like, that's crazy. I could even understand if Olandria was feeding into the bullying, but she wasn't. She was literally on live showing love and support. But black women, we already knew what it was. We already knew. We could see through it.
Okay, so like she said, we're super close in the villa. Upon exiting the villa, once we got our phones back, I saw the amount of hate that I was getting from her stands, and I expressed to her, hey, I really feel like it's important, especially if you consider yourself being very, very close to me, and you was close to Shelly at some point, to speak out to your fans and kind of address, because the racism and all the things, because out of all of us, she had the biggest following. And I truly feel like a lot of that stuff, that the hate train that me and Shelly came out to, was very important. I feel like for her to address directly to her people. And this is before we got on the plane from Fiji to come back to the States. When we got in Cali, in LA, she's mentioned that she would make a post directly to her fans. So I was like, you know what? Thank you, that's all I asked, you know? 2 or 3 days went by and she even decided to address her people. And I'm just like, it pained me because even when she went out there and said she was bullied and she didn't put a name to it, they thought I was one of the bullies, you know what I mean? So I'm glad she kind of put a name to it now, kind of cleared that up. It's like that shit added more hate. I don't think you understand it. That shit was fucking with me mentally. It was so bad. I'm like, dang.
She don't care. And this is the thing. It's like Olandria is sitting up here voicing like what she went through during this time. She had a real friendship with Honda, and still, it's like it's still not enough for people. It's still not enough, and people really don't think that what her fans did was inappropriate. Strange. Let's move on. Honda talks about how she was bullied.
I know that you said that you felt isolated in the villa and bullied. As a viewer, I couldn't get it because you seemed like you always had like an ongoing sisterhood going with the women. So
that's what we all saw. We saw that Honda was always supported, like to the point where the viewers got upset. Like, please vote her off the show. Like, why won't y'all vote her off the show? Please vote her off the show. She had sisterhood in that villa to the point where they didn't even vote her off the show. They showed her grace and said, you know what? You made a mistake. We just want you to do better. That's it. If that's bullying, then I don't know what is. I don't know what is. And then another thing too that I noticed is the clip that they showed, which was Shelly talking about how she treated Iris. How is that bullying when she's literally talking about Honda's behavior? She's not talking about her hair. She's not talking about the stupid shit that come into her mouth. She's not talking about who she's choosing to date and all that. She's literally talking about how she treated Iris. How is that bullying? How? And this is another thing about women who enable Hondas. You don't think you're going to be on the receiving end. And then this is another thing, because I saw Honda on a live stream. And a lot of her fans, like, what's sad is like, she wouldn't fuck with you in real life. You don't fit the image that she goes for. She's very surface level. She's very shallow. I saw how she treated that Hispanic boy. She, like, when she was in that room, and this is another thing too. This is why a lot of people have social anxiety, because of people like Honda. Having side pocket conversations and then weird shit going on around them while they're in a social setting. So when it came to the Hispanic boy, I'm pretty sure he struggles with social anxiety because he most likely has been in other social settings and situations where he felt like the energy was off and he could feel things, but he didn't really know for sure. And then he got gaslit after the fact. And then to watch all of that shit play out on a live stream is weird. And then people had to bring to his attention that it was her that did that weird shit. So I don't even understand her. Like, I don't understand her fans either, because it's like the worst thing ever would be to meet her because she wouldn't even be nice to you. She doesn't seem like she's nice to anyone unless it's the man that she's sleeping with. That's it. And then even the men that she sleep with, she not that nice to them. She don't respect them. So I don't understand. Like, she's very shallow. She gives Gretchen from Mean Girls that you have to wear pink on Wednesdays and you can only hang out around me if I feel like I am superior to you. If you are not beneath me, you can't be in my circle. If you don't look like me, dress like me, talk like me, and have clout like me, you can't be around me. Like, what are people not getting about that? I don't understand. That's why I don't get her support. I don't get her support. I want to see Shelly be mean outside of the villa. I want to see Olandria be mean outside of the villa. When we gonna see that? But I find it so interesting that there was already a situation, an altercation that she was in where she was caught being mean. Make it make sense.
What was the bullying that I missed watching the show?
Well, I had seen some clips after I left the villa that made me feel bullied.
What were in the clips?
It was when I think Shelly.
Clips made you feel bullied online that have been edited, but you actually living through the experience. Like, girl, it took you going online. It took you going on social media, looking at edited clips for you to see that you were bullied. Shouldn't you already carry those feelings with you because you experienced it?
There, I think, who was there? Sierra. And I thought that you guys were like looking at me. I was just being funny and joking around, and then I had seen the commentary you guys made, and it really did hurt my feelings.
Y'all show up clean.
This is just childish. I just can't take her serious. And this is why it's like Shelly is just like, girl, okay.
Shelly, do you know what clip she's talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what clip she was talking about. We were all on the couch just sitting down talking. Might look like it was a mean girl situation or everyone was being mean or anything, but it wasn't even that. Like, I just knowing like how we all showed up for you and was there and kept preaching sisterhood. I don't think personally there was a time that anyone really bullied you or anything
I'm not
like
saying, oh, Shelly bullied me from start to finish. Nothing like that. I think that there were certain things that were said that did hurt my feelings. Maybe bullying could have been a different.
And you know what's crazy though? Not only did Honda lose a really good friend, Olandria, because one thing about like mean girls, they tend to move in hives and cliques. And if Olandria was truly like a mean girl, she would have dumped Honda for Shelly, but she didn't do that. She didn't. She had to get burned. That's how loyal Olandria is. She had to get burned for her to not deal with her anymore. And honestly, when it comes to the George Floyd situation, I feel like she's 100% right in her decision making when it comes to distancing herself from Honda. But she really lost a genuine friend, because genuine friends typically, they will be loyal to you and not get in the middle of any other altercation that you may have with somebody else until they experience some weird behavior from you. So even when it comes to her kind of being caught in the middle, it doesn't even seem like Olandria was being messy or anything like that. And she didn't, the whole situation that Shelly and Honda had didn't even affect how she viewed Honda. And to be honest, maybe she should have. She should have considered it, because now look what it has led to. So it's just, I don't know. It's interesting. But Olandria is mean. She's a mean girl. And I'm just like, I'm just waiting to see her move like an actual mean girl. And mean girls typically move in groups because they need support. They need people around them enabling them. And I didn't see Olandria move like that. But you know who is moving like that? Amaya. Amaya is moving like that. Amaya is allowing Honda's feelings towards Shelly and Olandria dictate her relationships with, or her relationship with Shelly and Olandria. I am noticing that. So who's really the mean girls though? Who? Because I found it very interesting that Amaya, an Afro-Latina, didn't have shit to say about the situation that happened with Olandria. Again, the beef is supposed to be with Shelly. The beef is supposed to be with Shelly. Olandria is caught in the middle of all of this and no one comes to her defense. Not Amaya, not Honda, nobody. Crazy.
But truly, I've really just moved on from it. It is what it is. Like, you know, I don't have any ill will towards you. Like,
and likewise, and if you did feel like you were bullied, then I apologize for that. There is no ill feelings towards anything. For me, I just think the aftermath of everything was just like shocking to me.
I appreciate you apologizing. I really do.
Did you see how she apologized? Shelly apologized. And if I'm being honest, she didn't owe her an apology. She didn't. She didn't owe her an apology. But she still gave her one. And you know what else that I want to point out too is that I don't fault Shelly for apologizing. And you want to know why? Because it's professional, it's cordial, it's mature, and it's the right thing to do. So that we can all drop this and move on and move past this and go about our lives instead of being stuck in this drama. Apologize. And sometimes that requires you to put your ego down and just apologize and move forward. And be done with her. And be done with her drama and her energy and everything that comes with her. And then you go and you move forward in positivity and light and continue to be blessed and favored. So at the end of the day, I really admire Shelly for doing that. Even though I know deep down she didn't want to. But she did it because she knew, let me just make amends with this, and I'm going to move forward. And a lot of people want to overlook that. The beef should be dead now after this. The beef should be done, but the beef is not done because women don't know how to not compete with other women. And then what are you competing over really? Like, Is it the men? But women are decentered. I laugh at that. Because what are we really competing about? If Shelly apologized to Honda, y'all had an issue with how you felt she was bullied on the show. What are we still beefing about? Like, what is the beef about? What do y'all want her to do? Bow down, get on her knees, worship the ground that she walks on for you to feel, I don't know, like finally. Because it's about, it's not about her being bullied and all of that. It's really about you feel like it's a competition. So you want Shelly to be humbled, and you feel like the only way she can really be humbled is for Honda to outcompete her with, I don't know, a man, a relationship, a brand deal, followers. Like, it just never stops. And see, my issue, because I really took a step back and I'm like, the reason why I really dislike Honda and her whole situation is truly because of her fans. It wasn't until this situation where I don't like Honda truly the person. Because again, she keeps showing me she just does not have good character. Even when you try to give her grace, like, okay, she's gonna get it right this time. It still doesn't get it right because she's a narcissist. She does not have the ability to see outside of herself and her own victimization. She does not know how to see outside of herself, to the point where I think this girl done fucked up so bad, like I thought she would. I think she done fucked up her own bag. Mentioning Netflix. How you gonna, and this is me being real, how you gonna go on a network that made you famous and bring up another network? What kind of business is that? That's like me being invited on a brand trip, all paid for. I got paid to be there. I got paid to promote. I get commission. I get a free trip. I get all of these deals, right? And then I'm on this brand trip talking about another brand. I really think she messed up her bag doing that. And then come to find out, she don't even got no contract with Netflix. She don't got no deal with Netflix. She just said that. Like, that was smart, but it wasn't. She is the type of person that, and then she took it a step further and tried to attack the host and tried to attack the streaming service that made you famous. Woo, woo, wee.
Hannah, I want to add that being in the villa, watching the day-to-day, I really thought that I saw Olandria really being there for you as a friend. Why did you feel like you couldn't lean on her in these moments where you said you felt you weren't supported?
So with Olandria, me and Olandria were really good friends in the villa. Like, I love that bitch down. Not bitch, you're not a bitch, but like, you know what I mean.
And then why is she calling her the B word? And it's very clear that you feel comfortable calling her the B word because y'all cool like that, but you don't stand up and speak out for her when it comes to the racism. She was a good friend to you. She was there for you in the villa. So you can sit up here and call her yo bitch, but you can't stand up for her when it comes to racism. And why doesn't Honda call any of the other women bitches? Like, I don't get it. Let me move on. Why she don't call none of the other women? I'm waiting to see her call the other women the B word. Ooh wee. Let me see. Is it this one?
Huda did not make a post telling her fans to stop the racism and bullying towards Olandria and Shelly because she thought Shelly deserved it. She didn't care what that did to Olandria, what that did to her relationship with Olandria, because she felt Shelly deserved it because of one clip that she saw. She kept silent on both of them. You heard in the reunion.
And I feel like Honda needed a reason to have an issue with Shelly because she didn't like Shelly. She was too busy trying to compete with Shelly. She couldn't handle the fact that another woman was getting more attention than her. And then the only reason why Shelly was getting more attention was because of how she acted, which was how she decided. She chose to show up and carry herself. So she brought all of this on herself. And like I said, she is the personality type that will destroy everything in her path. Everything. Everything. Her career, her business, her relationships. Because that's what narcissists do. They don't have good relationships with people. They don't have in business. It don't matter what it is. She has heavy signs of narcissism. So I was just shocked. I'm like, girl, you burning down your castle? That's crazy. You made that comment about Netflix on the stage of the streaming network that made you famous. Like, that was just you burning down your own castle. That makes no sense. And now another thing too, I think she may have ruined her chances of working with other brands, because now brands would really take a risk working with her. They really would, because they don't know what they're going to get.
Tonight, she genuinely thought Shelly was one of her bullies. And Shelly clarified that multiple times. She said, so what I'm hearing is you think I was bullying you. And Shelly is nicer than I. She apologized. But Huda was so caught up in the attention her fans were giving her and the way in which they were defending her. She said, it doesn't matter if, in her words, I love that bitch about Alandria. She didn't care how much she loved Alandria or what their relationship was actually like or how Alandria actually supported her. She thought Shelly deserved it. And damned what happens to Alandria in the end. Because
Amaya, you in danger, girl, but you know what? I ain't gonna be concerned about it. And when she do whatever she chooses to do with you, because the time is coming, we won't be feeling bad, girl. All the signs. And see, this is another thing too that I need people to understand. Discernment is when something is being mirrored back to you, right? It's a reflection. We mirror off of each other as people because we're connected as people. So when something is being mirrored back to you, it's reflecting off of another person. Understand it has the ability to impact you positively, negatively, or somewhere in the middle. So when it comes to Amaya, like, the interesting thing about Amaya is she does not think that this behavior that has been directed to Shelly, that has been directed to Olandria, could ever impact her or affect her in a negative way. But it's only a matter of time, because Honda has already said that she has a hard time making friends. She has a hard time keeping friends. So we'll see how long this lasts.
how do you go from I love that bitch when you're not a bitch and then whatever Huda said in the reunion to, well, just not everyone's meant to be friends. So she didn't care.
Let's see, Honda don't have friends, but she got fans. That's what she got. People that blindly follow and support her. That's what she got. And that's all she will have. She won't have real, genuine friendships and connections. She doesn't know how to nurture them. It is what it is. She does not know how to nurture genuine connections with people. And then this is another thing too.
The relationship.
I watched Perfect Match. I'm going to be talking about that as well. But Louis, whatever the hell that man's name is, he not serious about Honda. He's not serious. And see, this is another thing. When you don't know how to be genuine in connections with people, you tend to attract people that are not genuine with you. You tend to connect with people at the energy in which you vibrate at. So Louis used Sandy from Perfect Match. And Sandy went on a podcast just recently to air out the fact that she thought the timing was weird and odd, how Honda and Louis got together and everything, and how it was convenient for him to just drop what they had to start this connection with Honda. And it is interesting because it's interesting not on just Louis' part based off of what Sandy is saying, but it's also interesting the timing when it comes to Honda, because she just got out of this connection with Chris. So it is interesting. But one thing I know about Louis, he is for himself. He is for the streets. He's not taking that girl serious. He's clout chasing off of her. He sees her as a cash cow and he's going to profit. He's going to milk her dry for everything that she has, because he tried to do the same thing to Sandy from the Perfect Match. So he just found a bigger fish. That's all.
went up in flames, and I gotta talk to the two of you about that final date, because what an awkward moment it was when that woman came out and sang Moon River as the two of you are kind of breaking up, basically. What was going through your mind when she came out?
I thought it was my sister. I'm not gonna lie. When I ever saw, because I can't see that.
Between the two of you, you're seated apart from each other. How is it seeing each other?
Fine. I mean,
weird.
I'm fine.
Very weird on mine.
Very weird?
Yeah, just weird.
Chris, I'm so curious, how does your mom feel about Huda now?
I'll just say she's happy with how things played out.
Huda, I also heard you say in the press that Chris had kind of a...
And you know what? A lot of people feel like Chris is being just so rude, but considering the things that this woman said about him on a podcast, I actually felt like he handled himself really well. He collected himself emotionally. He didn't yell. He just calmly stated, and it didn't seem like he wanted to be there at all. It seemed like he just showed up because he was forced to, but he was actually respectful. He just wasn't giving her the energy that she wanted, and he's smart about that. I will give him that. So and he didn't even go into detail about his mom and all of that. He didn't, because you know how that conversation went. Come on now.
Running commentary going on the other women, and that he had a wandering eye when you were together. What do you mean by that?
Honestly, I'm not angry about it. It's just like, we just weren't a good match. It's okay.
Y'all are making me laugh.
Chris, how do you feel about what Huda has said in the press about you since leaving the villa?
I don't respect it at all.
You guys broke up in the finale, but should I ask, where do you stand now? Are you guys friends at all? Do you think you would be friends?
No.
No. Then why is that, Chris?
I just didn't respect the way she handled herself on that interview and the things she said. And even since then, she's had a month to like apologize and like talk to me about it, but she waited.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this right here. No man is going to take Honda serious. And I need women to listen to me when I say this so that you can be taken serious. When you are inconsistent in how you show up and how you carry yourself and how you conduct yourself, and yes, how you carry yourself as a woman, it matters. Men respect consistency. So don't show up one way and then show up a different way. They're not going to respect that. And then another thing that I noticed about men too is they tend to mirror you. They tend to mirror your behavior. So if you don't take yourself serious, he's not going to take you serious. He's going to mirror back whatever you give him. That is what they do. So when it comes to Chris or just anybody moving forward, they're not going to take Honda serious at all because she doesn't take herself serious. So you act one way to his face, and then you show up on a podcast and you act the total opposite. And so now he don't have no respect for her at all. And no man that will sit back and watch you be just inconsistent in your behavior. You don't stand strong in your convictions. You don't stand strong on principles. You don't stand strong in how you carry yourself as a woman. There's nothing about you with a backbone. You're just so wishy-washy. They're not going to respect you at all. They're not going to take you serious. You know what they're going to mark you? A fun girl. That's what they're going to mark you. A fun girl. That's it. Somebody they can have fun with, play with. That's it. They're not going to take you serious. So you have to take yourself serious. So you need to get clarity on how you want to carry yourself as a woman and just be consistent in that. And this is why it's hard to respect women who won't just call Honda what she is, a narc. You'll call it in a man, but you won't call it in a woman. Why is that? Is it because it requires you to do some shadow work about yourself and how you carry yourself and how you conduct yourself? Because her behavior is just unacceptable. It's abusive. It's gaslighting. It's ridiculous. So I just don't get that. And see, men peep that type of stuff. They peep that type of stuff. They peep that type of stuff, that biasness in women. And you know what they do with it? Because I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be real as hell with you when I say this. You know what they do with that? They manipulate you with that. They do. They find out that you're not consistent. You don't stand 10 toes down on the shit that you originally said in the beginning. You bend it backwards. You fold it a little bit. They gonna use that and manipulate you with it. This is another reason why you need to be consistent in your behavior and how you show up as a woman. It's also a protection barrier there too. Because if they peep, it only takes an inch, a wiggle. That's it. Once they peep that you'll wiggle a little bit when it comes to your standards, your principles, and all of that bullshit that half the time men don't believe any fucking way. Once they see that they can wiggle you, just she wiggles, money falls out. Oh shit, I'm about to manipulate the fuck out of her. That's what men be out here doing. They peep that you're not consistent. And so when they see that, they manipulate you right there because it's easy. You make it easy when you don't stand 10 toes down in who you are. Because they know that they can get in your head and wiggle you a little bit and you'll give in. So Honda is very easy to manipulate. And I can only imagine what Louie is doing in that relationship. She's very easy to manipulate. She don't know if she's coming, going. She don't know if she's here now or going later. She don't know. So, because she don't know if she coming and going, she staying and leaving, a man gonna tell her what she gonna do. Because all he got to do is manipulate her. It's very easy, ladies. It's not hard. It's not. It's not. Y'all not making it hard either. I'm sorry. Because if you would just be consistent, you would make it very hard for these men just based off of consistency. But see, the thing with that is it requires you to be disciplined.
Kind of until like 2 or 3 days before today to try to reach out, and I just kind of took that as like I know why you're doing it, so I just can't, like I said, I can't respect it. So
what happened on that call?
She said, well, I hope we can be good, and I said, I don't feel the same way. I just don't want that in my life. I don't allow people that talk about me like that in my life, so yeah, just keep it rolling.
And from The Perfect Match to Love Island, I just feel like men have higher standards than we do. I'm sorry. It's the truth. It's the truth. I saw the whole situation that happened on Perfect Match. 2 men got together, had a discussion about one woman and the games that she was playing between the both of them. And you know what? They left. They said, fuck her. I'm not matching with her. We not matching with her. We out. Well, I don't see women do that. But see, women see men and being in close quarters to them as an obligation. To be with a man, women see men as an obligation. Men see you as a choice. They know they can easily get you replaced by Monday morning if it's that serious. It's not hard. They know, especially if you're playing games. So I just found that to be interesting because Justine and AD, they should have walked out of there locked arms. Walking up out of there. I guess it's me and you. I guess it's me and you, sister. There should have been way more women. Lucy too. I guess it's the 3 of us. I guess it's the 3 musketeers because these men ain't it. Because Daniel was trash too. So I'm just waiting. Like, when we gonna actually see like women have higher standards where the best choice is not matching at all. The best choice is to be independent and to remain single because that truly is the best choice. Men have way higher standards. Chris saw that. He done. He like, oh no, we can't even be friends. Don't hit me up. Don't text me. Don't do none of that. I'll be cordial with you, but don't text me. Don't hit me up. Don't do that. Men have way higher standards, and I just want women to acknowledge that because it's true. They be so one and done, and it's because they see you as a choice and you see them as an obligation. Start making them a choice and not an obligation.
I called him and I expressed, because it was weighing heavy on my mind, and I had started seeing more and more of the hatred towards Chris on my For You page, and I was like, I need to address this to him. I just called him. I was like, listen, I just want to let you know, you don't have to like me at all, But I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm truly grateful that you were there for me in the villa. And I just wanted to express that to you and let you know that I.
So here's another person she has burned in the villa. It wasn't just Shelly, and it wasn't just Olandria. She also burned someone else in the villa that was there for her. But then when she got out of the villa, she treated him like trash as well. She treated him like trash as well. So the same issue that Chris has, which is why Chris is sitting up there listening to the whole discussion between Shelly and Olandria, and he's rolling his eyes because he feels the exact same way that they feel. And see, there's a pattern here. There's a pattern here. And this is a man. And he feels the same way that Shelly and Olandria feel. But that's being dismissed.
I'm grateful. And if there's anything that, like, you know, I've done, like, I want to personally apologize. Because I just didn't agree with the hate he was getting. I felt awful about it.
And if you didn't agree with the hate, then why didn't you address that before the reunion? Why address it now?
Because I just didn't agree with the hate he was getting. I felt awful about it.
And Chris, do you think that at any point in the future that you guys could reconcile, that you could forgive her and you guys could become friends?
Friends, no, but I'm very forgiving, so I'll forgive for sure, but friends, nah.
Here's another one that don't want nothing to do with her, nothing to do with her drama, just wants nothing to do with her. So I'm forgiving, but no, we can't be friends. We can't be cool. Don't that sound like Shelly? Everybody mad at Shelly. Why ain't nobody mad at Chris? Because he's saying the same damn thing. The same damn thing. So we don't gotta be friends. Da, 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 da. Okay. Cool.
Hoda, you left the villa single, but we've seen you out and about. What's your dating situation been like?
I can't speak about my relationships outside the villa.
Okay. And why is that?
Legal reasons.
Legal
I'm not allowed to speak. It's Netflix. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Netflix?
Y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is like, I would hate to be her publicist. Like, oh my God. So like how, and then she didn't even try to clean it up properly. I have a feeling behind closed doors, people that she started off with when it came to making her team have walked away from her, have stepped away from her. Seriously, you don't go on a network and mention another network and talk about the business that you saying you have, but I don't know, the lie detector test is saying that that's a lie. So it's just really crazy. It's like, girl. And so then I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I went snooping. I did my investigation. You know how I get down over here. So I went to Olandria's page, then I went to Shelly's page, I went to Amaya's page, and then I went to Honda's page. Olandria has a team. Do you hear me? She has a team. Do you not see the people she partnered with when it came to her look for the reunion? She has a team. You can tell. All right? Team. Shelly had a team, but I gotta be real with you. Her team was not as solid and as strong as Olandria's. It was stronger than Amaya's, but it wasn't as strong as Olandria's. Then I would say Honda, I felt like her team, it was on the weaker side, but I do feel like, I don't know. I feel like she probably comes before Amaya, and Amaya would come last. And this is just me looking at the business side of it. One thing that I'm noticing about Shelly and Olandria, they're moving like brand minded. They're moving like a household name. When I went to Honda's, I went to her Instagram. The only thing she's promoting is coaching. Girl, you went on Love Island. Why you promoting coaching? Coaching? And then the Olandria is eating down so bad. I gotta be honest with you. She working with celebrity stylists. She working with celebrity makeup artists. She working with all the celebrities. The only thing that Honda had was a celebrity hairstylist. That's it. That's it. And then another thing that I noticed too, Honda went on the reunion. She didn't promote nothing. She literally had the same photo that she had posted weeks ago. Like, she showed us her reunion look weeks ago. Why would she do that? Meanwhile, the other Islanders, they waited until after the fact. So I'm just like, it doesn't seem like she has a good team. It doesn't seem like she has a solid team at all. Because, girl, you go on the reunion, promote something that you got going on. Shelly, she had the Crown Royal alcohol that she promoted, that she had going on. Very smart girl. She also posted Sacred as well, leading up to the reunion. And then, boom, she posted the collaborations that she teamed up with for her look that night. Then Olandria, same thing. She had different things going on. Team Vogue. The girls are working. That's why I'm like, the girls are working, y'all. They are working out here. And then when you look at Honda, it's like dead air. Nothing is going on over there. So I'm just like, I'm really like, y'all, I'm not joking, y'all. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. I'm being so for real. It's not, it just doesn't seem like she got somebody in her corner to coach her on how to make certain moves and when to make certain moves. Olandria and Shelly, and even somewhat Amaya, they moving like Atlanta Housewives. They moving like the Mormon wife. Like, they're moving like women on reality TV that is using their moment on reality TV to not only self-promote, but also potentially get new business opportunities. Honda is like, she not getting nothing. That's why I'm just like, y'all. Oh yeah, I forgot Olandria and NYX. The collaboration she had with them. Listen, Honda, I haven't seen anything. And I'm just like, so what brand is gonna pick her up? I saw the situation with the Huda Beauty brand, but I was waiting for Huda Beauty to like partner with her and like have something like, I don't know, kind of come out. But nothing. It's just, and I wonder if they were collaborating and then they took a step back from her. I don't know. It makes no sense, because wasn't she like pictured in Greece or something, like somewhere, and they were doing her makeup and stuff. They made it seem like she had a line coming out or something like that, but it never came out. I don't know. And then Amaya, I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of disappointing too. I don't. How is she like the biggest one? She's the winner from the show. How is it that she's not getting as many like brand deals as Olandria and Shelly? It makes no sense, y'all. It makes no sense. I don't understand.
Won't let you say whether you're dating somebody.
And the reason why I say that is because Honda has the most following. She was the biggest one on the show, right? And then Amaya won the show. So I just assumed that they would have more motion. They don't got that much motion going on. Yeah, I also saw Iris. They don't have that much motion going on at all. And not for Honda to be like the star of the season, and that's just based off of engagement. And then not when it comes to Amaya, who won, so it's really throwing me off. They don't got no motion. Neither Honda nor does Amaya, and it's just really throwing me off. I was actually shocked about Amaya. She did work with a celebrity stylist, but even the celebrity stylist she worked with, I was like, girl, for you to be the star of the show, Olandria's celebrity stylist is way bigger and way more well known. Like, I'm not like, am I crazy? Because I'm just like, girl, you won the show. Why don't you have an even bigger stylist than celebrity stylist than Olandria? Makes no sense. So again, Olandria's team is solid. And you know what else? Olandria said that she was getting her team together. And girl, she did not play about that. She really got her team together. When I say it's solid, it's solid. So when everyone was like rushing Olandria, like, girl, you need to post, you need to post, you need to post. She was taking her time, collecting herself, getting all her ducks in a row, and she has really taken off. She has. She stepped out of that reunion with a team, and it shows. It shows.
Talk about it. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
You were like on a red carpet, I think, with someone.
For sure.
Is that someone that you're seeing?
I'm not allowed to speak on it. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Tell Netflix this was the #1 streaming show of the
I
summer.
apologize.
Okay.
I really.
Yo, Chris is hilarious. Chris is so over this. Oh my gosh, he's so over this.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I didn't know she was dating. I'm a doom scroller. I see everything.
What did you see?
Yeah, I get some like public appearances.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Well, second place couple, Elandria and Nick, kept us on our
Okay, let's go. Let's move on. I'm just yeah. So that speaks volumes too, because I don't know. I just expected, for Maya and Honda, I just expected for them to get more, just considering the numbers that they bring. But there ain't no motion going on over there, and I'm just like, girl, what the hell?
It's going to be really interesting to see which brands decide to partner with Hedda because she's such a polarizing person. She has a lot of fans. She also has a lot of haters. I have 10 years of experience in influencer marketing at an ad agency, so I've had a lot of exposure to a lot of different brands, big and small. And the most important thing is ROI, and that's always tough to predict when you're working with a really controversial figure. So we'll see.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And so Honda is on social media. She's so concerned about being bullied based off of clips that she's seeing, and Olandria and Shelly are out here working. I think brands are afraid to partner with Honda. And I don't think what she said on the reunion helped her case at all. At all. Okay, let's continue. Uh let's get into this situation with Shelly, the situation with Chris and Honda.
Chris, but you brought him back for the both of you. Now, this became a real thing between you two, and I think it confused a lot of viewers. So, can you elaborate on that?
I knew that I didn't find a connection in Casa more. I had expressed that I was interested in Chris. Me and Chris talked. I talked to Shelly, brought him back. And that way we could both explore him and explore that connection. And ultimately I brought him back for both of us.
Now, I've already said this. In my opinion, it still hasn't changed. It just hasn't. The issue isn't the conversation that was or was not had. The conversation was had. They had multiple conversations. I don't know how many times Shelly has to tell the internet that they had multiple conversations. The issue, and hear me when I say this, the issue is that Honda was being manipulative, trying to make it seem like she was doing this for Shelly. Shelly just wanted Honda to be honest, direct, and straightforward about how she just wanted to do this for herself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let me make myself clear. There's nothing wrong with Honda wanting to take Chris from Casa Amor back to the villa for herself. Nothing at all. But why did she try to manipulate Shelly with her like being cool with that? All she had to do was say, hey girl, now I came in this villa, and I may sound like a hypocrite when I have this conversation with you because of the situation with Jeremiah, but I just want to let you know that the only guy that I'm truly interested in, and he's showing somewhat interest in me, is Chris. So I'm gonna bring him back to the villa for me. That's all she wanted. It wasn't about if Shelly and Honda had reached some type of understanding. And the only reason why Shelly didn't respect it, because it was just like, why are you still trying to make it about like you're doing this for me? You're doing this for yourself. And so what a lot of people want to overlook is the manipulation. It wasn't about the conversation, it was about the manipulation. It was like, girl, you're doing this for yourself, and that's okay. You don't have to manipulate me, though. That's what was weird. It's like, girl, we friends. We supposed to be homegirls. Why do you feel the need to manipulate me about this guy? Like, just say you want to bring him back to the villa for yourself. But people want to make it about whether or not they had a conversation or if they had an understanding. What was not understood was the fact that she kept making it seem like she was doing this for Shelly when she was doing it for herself. That's manipulation.
Shelly, was that your understanding of your agreement with Huda?
That would be like the easy summary of it, if we're being honest. When Huda did propose a conversation to me, it wasn't a, oh my gosh, yay, I'm so excited this is what you're doing. The conversation was, oh, I don't have anybody here, and I know you really like Chris, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna choose Ace. So I was thinking, how about I bring Chris back for you so that you can explore him more, because I know how he feels about you and how you feel about him, so you guys will get more time. And oh yeah, I will explore him too, because why not? But I know how he feels about you, so I'm gonna do this for you, for you, for you. And constantly when we had multiple conversations, it was always the narrative.
Do I need to rewind that for the people in the back that's slow? For you, for you, for you, for you. Leave Shelly out of it. That's what was so manipulative, y'all. Why is that going over people's head? It's like going over people's head. I'm like, girl, bring it back in. How are you allowing that to go over your head like that? And then it's bad if stuff like that go over your head. Then that means you get manipulated daily. You must get manipulated often, frequently. Because how you not catch that? Because that's what manipulation is. How are people not catching the manipulation? All she had to do was say, hey, girl, I'm bringing Chris back to the villa for me. I'm pursuing things with him because that's what I want to do. Oh, my God. Nobody's saying she can't explore this connection with Chris. She's like, can you just not be manipulative about it and just be like, hey, girl, that's what I'm doing?
But I'm doing this for you.
Viewers only saw a short exchange between Huda and Shelly about this on the show.
And then what was so even more manipulative is like this conversation, which they had multiple, but this conversation was cut down to 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Because I went back. The conversation happened so fast. Y'all called me out. They like, no, Yoni, they did talk. And I was like, they did? So I had to go back to review the footage. And I'm like, oh my God, they did. But I'm cutting it down to present it on here. And I'm like, 20 seconds? So like even the producers were being messy and trying to push this narrative that they had a conversation, they had an understanding. But the truth of the matter was Honda was being manipulative. This was something that she wanted to do for herself, which there's nothing wrong with that. But why do you have to be manipulative about it? Why? Like, why are you moving like that? Shelly is supposed to be your homegirl. She's been there for you when it came to the Jeremiah situation. Why not just be real with her and say, hey, sis, I'm bringing Chris back to the villa because I want to explore a connection with him. Boom. Leave it at that. But the reason why she did that is because she was competing with Shelly. So she felt like she had to be manipulative. Because why else would you be manipulative if that's your friend, that's your homegirl, unless you're competing with her, so you feel the need to manipulate her. Alrighty, let's see. Hold on, it's this one.
Everyone's response, was Huda clear in her intentions, or do you feel otherwise?
I thought that was pretty clear from my standpoint, at least.
And the issue wasn't about her being clear in her intentions. Okay. And she still wasn't clear in her intentions because she was being manipulative, trying to make it seem like she was doing this for Shelly. It's like, how many times does Shelly have to say, it wasn't that she wanted to explore this connection with Chris. It was about, she tried to make it seem like it was about me when it never was.
Yeah, it was correct. I still feel like it's not the whole thing, because we had that conversation a few times, and every time we had a talk or something, it was moments of like, I'm so happy for you, like you have both these guys here and you get to explore them and I get to explore them too. And it's like, that's what my frustration was just keep pushing this narrative like I'm doing this for you. I didn't like that. And that's
how many times does this black woman have to repeat herself and say it again and then be gaslit? She keeps saying it's because when they had that conversation, she made it seem like Honda was doing it for Shelly when she wasn't. And if she didn't see Shelly as competition, she would have never felt the need to try to manipulate her when she had that conversation. Because honestly, it wasn't necessary. It just wasn't. It was not necessary at all. Everyone in the villa knew she had a stronger connection with Ace. Everyone knew. It just was so unnecessary. But again, when a woman sees you as as competition, she will do unnecessary shit. She will do unnecessary shit. She will manipulate. She'll try to manipulate you and manipulate others and how they view you. And she has been successful to all the people that I'm a Shelly hater. You allowed this woman to manipulate you through your screen at home. You don't need to leave your house. You are a danger to yourself and you are a danger to others because it should not be that damn easy to manipulate you and you at home. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. You at home and you allowed this woman to manipulate you through the screen. So that was the whole issue. And as a friend, and this is the thing, see, Shelly saw her as a friend. Friends don't do that type of stuff. Friends don't do that. They don't do that. They don't feel the need to hide and have like hidden motives and shit like that. That's not a genuine friend. You gotta have hidden motives. That's weird. She was moving weird. Shelly peeped it. She didn't like it. It's just it is what it is. They're not friends. It is what it is.
How do you feel seeing that clip?
I feel like it's exactly what I said I'd said. And honestly, if you misunderstood it, or
there wasn't a misunderstanding. Do you remember?
There wasn't. There wasn't a misunderstanding.
The conversation in the dressing room when you said to me like, oh, if you didn't say this, even if you told me no, I still would have did it for you anyways because I know what my girl wants. Do you remember that?
I think
I would do it for my girl anyway because I know what my girl wants. Being a fake ass friend while competing with her. She's weird. She's weird. She's weird. She's weird. She's weird. She's weird. Point blank period. And again, if you can't see it, but you be calling it out in mid, oh, he's manipulative. He's manipulative. But you can't sit here and call it out right now when it comes to this woman. Okay? Man, let's do some shadow work. Let's do some shadow work. Why can't you see the manipulation? Because let's reverse the roles here. Let's say Honda is a man. Okay? A man comes to you and says, hey, I want to do this for you. I'm doing this for you. This is all about you. I'm going out of my way. I'm doing a selfless act for you. But the whole time, his hidden motives is that he didn't do this for you. He did this to get close to you so that he could get what he wanted from you so that he could take that, whatever he got from you, and use it on the next woman. How would you feel about that? How would you feel? The fact that I got to break it down like this is so ridiculous to me, but let's just do it for a sec. How would you feel if a man, right, told you that he was going to do something selfless, but the whole time the hidden motive was to get close to you, to get what he wanted from you so that he could go be with another woman and be in his face or her face and leave you high and dry? That's manipulative.
Sierra said to you, Huda, that's crazy. Do you remember?
I can't remember, but if I said that, yes, it was also for you. And I think that may have been me just.
And yes, it's also for you, but it never was.
That's crazy. Do you remember?
I can't remember, but if I said that, yes, it was also for you. And I think that may have been me just reassuring you to make you more comfortable with my decision. But I did express.
Oh, look at that. Did Honda just admit why she felt the need to make it seem like she was doing this for Shelly? Pretty sure you missed that. Ooh, did Honda just openly admit why she felt the need to make it seem like she was doing it for Shelly? Let's go ahead and rewind that.
And I think that may have been me just reassuring you to make you more comfortable with my decision.
Oh, so she was intimidated by Shelly, and she felt like if she went to Shelly and said, hey, sis, I want to bring Chris back from Casa Amor to the villa to explore connection with Chris, because that's what the fuck I want to do. Because when grown women want to do some shit, they gonna be grown woman about it, and they're gonna be direct in their communication. They're not gonna play these little girl games because it's stupid and it's petty. Okay, they don't play. Grown women don't do shit like this. Okay, I mean, who gonna whoop her ass? You gonna whoop Honda's ass? Cause she want to explore a connection with Chris when Shelly already got a man that she interested in. Like, are you gonna bring out the belt or something? Like, that's what was throwing me. It's like, why does she even feel the need to do this? Like, girl, Shelly ain't worried about you like that. So the reason why she felt the need to be manipulated was because she was intimidated by Shelly, because she sees Shelly as competition. And so she was so intimidated that she felt like she had to make it seem like it was for Shelly and it was about Shelly. And I was doing this for Shelly to make her feel more comfortable, which Honda is projecting from her own insecurities onto Shelly. But she literally did this because she felt the need to make Shelly feel more comfortable about her bringing Chris back.
And I think that may have been me just reassuring you to make you more comfortable with my decision. But I did express on multiple occasions that it wasn't only for you. And I think that honestly, I've moved on past it.
And then she was like, but I didn't always just speak that it was only for you. But you kept reiterating. And see, this is what's so manipulative. And this is what narcissists do. Okay. They isolate conversations. They try to keep conversations isolated, because if you bring up some things that they said prior that contradict what they're saying now, then you catch them in a lie. Okay. But what Honda is doing is manipulating and gaslighting her. Shelly is currently being gaslit. Crazy. So if you take the isolated conversation, oh, but I told you that it wasn't just only about you, but you kept bringing it up multiple times saying that it was, but then contradicting yourself and saying that it wasn't. And so Shelly peeped that and saw that Honda was moving funny, and she just didn't like that. Like, what is wrong with a woman like Shelly being discerning and is trying to be a friend to someone, but they're showing inconsistencies? And at the time, she felt like that the loyalty was just one-sided for so many different reasons, because it's like, why do you feel the need to lie to me? Why do you feel the need to gaslight me? Why do you feel the need to manipulate me? We homegirls. Like, it makes no sense.
You're clearly happy outside the villa, and I think that's really what you should be focusing on.
And trust me, I am focused on that, but I want to say this to you, Hedda. This was never a misunderstanding. I never felt like you shouldn't have explored him. I never felt like, oh, it was supposed to be just for me. I never felt like that. That being said, when I came out the villa and things seemed like they were cool and sweet and fine, you were speaking to me, everything, you went on your podcast and was addressing me, and the way you were addressing it was in a way of like, I did this, like, I was clear about it, like, everyone's making it like this and that, whatever. But it's like, you were apologetic at one point, came off the show, went on interviews. You added fuel to so many fires that were already out there.
It's true.
And then now we're back here where it's like, oh, just focus on this. I am focused on my relationship. It was just annoying that you keep trying to be like, oh, girl, I'm doing this for you, this, that, whatever.
Again, and Shelly has been so consistent, but I swear y'all don't want to hear what the hell she's saying. You have to be a listener. You have to put your own biasness aside to actually listen and hear what she's saying. She is saying that you kept preaching this girl's girl. You kept preaching about how I'm for you. We in this together. We whoopty whoop 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 whoop. But the whole time she was being manipulative. What do y'all not understand about that? That's what's so manipulative. There was never a misunderstanding. It was the fact that she was not being consistent and she came across manipulative. That's what this has been all about. And then what added more fuel to the fire was the heart rate challenge. Let's go ahead and get into that next too.
Watch that. How do you feel? And do you feel you went too far, or?
I think that I took it a step too far for certain people, and I do apologize if I made anybody feel uncomfortable. Everything was.
So again, right? Let's rewind, right? So the situation with Chris, That was manipulative, right? Then here's the situation with Ace. And y'all feel like Shelly is just blowing this out of proportion? You feel like she making this a big deal? Really? It's like this girl got something against her. Like, why is she always like doing this weird, sneaky, manipulative shit? And we supposed to be friends. And then the reason why Shelly is so blindsided is because it's like, damn, I didn't do you like that when you told me that you was all in with Jeremiah. I supported you, and I never did anything with Jeremiah. So I just don't understand. Like, what are people not getting when it comes to Shelly? I just don't understand. What are you not understanding?
Essential, there was no limitations, and we all made that very clear at the beginning of the challenge.
So Shelly, watching that back, do you feel like you overreacted, or do you feel like you were justified in your feelings?
No, I definitely feel like I was justified. I want to.
And she was. And she was, cause ain't no grown mature woman is gonna allow another woman to play in her face and manipulate her. And it was childish. It was like it wasn't even necessary. Like, girl, you want to take Chris back to the villa? Do you just be real about it? Cause we supposed to be homegirls. The conversation wouldn't have even been necessary if she would have never did what she did with the whole Jeremiah situation. The conversation would have never been necessary if she wasn't on this sisterhood bullshit. So she literally created this fire and then made it worse. So all she had to do was just be honest. Just be honest about your intentions and then move forward.
Of a point of like, we've always mentioned this whole consensual thing, and everyone's like, yeah, we're all open to everything. So with that being said, it comes to a thing of like this friendship and sisterhood. It was never because we didn't consent to this. And I think when you do certain challenges, it's with intention because you're interested in a person, you like a person. I mean, to my knowledge, you didn't have any interest for Ace. So to go as far as.
And then this is another thing, and I talked to the ancestors today. They told me to be on my best behavior, y'all, but it's gonna be hard because a lot of women want to keep using this excuse, like, oh, but Ace, he was into it, da 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 da, and like it's like I don't know what it is. Like, I really don't know what it is, but all of the girls that was out here and men were liking it. Sierra, Nick liked it. He talked about how he liked it. Hell, Pepe was having a good motherfucking time. His ass was liking it with Grayson, Hannah, Iris. Men like it. That's like what like why like are we grown women or what? What are we? Of course men like it, especially if they getting it for free. Of course they like it. At the end of the day, it does not excuse that she took it too far. She took it too far. That's supposed to be your homegirl. That's supposed to be your friend. You moving weird. Like, you moving real weird. And I was told, a little birdie told me that at the reunion, they called Ace out on this too, and he was held accountable, but the producers never showed it. So it wasn't just Honda just being held accountable for what she did. Okay, I think people are also calling out Ace as well. And Jeremiah said that it got edited out. So again, it's crazy. It really is. So it would have been nice to see what his reaction was, how he held himself accountable, but I guess we'll never see that. We'll never see what that actually looked like. But you could tell Shelly was pissed. Shelly was upset, and I as a black woman, you know there was a conversation. You know. We don't know if that was even edited out, because she could have shown just as much anger towards Ace as she did Honda, but the producers, you know how they like to edit things out to push certain narratives. So you could tell the look on Shelly's face when she turned and she looked at Ace. The hell did y'all think that was? But when Olandria makes certain faces and when Shelly makes certain faces, and it's about Honda, right? She's mean, but you couldn't tell that when she looked at Ace that she wasn't happy. Like, come on. Come on. I'm just, come on. She was not pleased. She was not happy with that. So it would have been nice for the producers to keep that in there to see how Ace handled himself when he got called out on that, because it would have been nice to see that. But I mean, like, this is my thing. This is my thing. Women keep bringing that up like it means something. Men don't look at sex the way that we do. They don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. That's why Pepe was able to go through 3 women on one show. 3 women, one show, a few weeks. And it's like they don't look at sex the way that we do. We look at sex like it's commitment. They look at sex like it's fun. That's it. You are in your emotions about it, okay? And he just trying to have a good time. So this is why it's important for you to slow things down with men, make him work. Because if you don't, he just gonna be all play. And that was the situation with Sierra. That was the situation with Pepe. And let's also get into Pepe too, because Iris, it's not shocking that y'all not together no more. And honestly, if you saw him do Hannah like that, how he was able to just quickly move on, then Grayson like that, and how he was able to quickly move on, and then to you, it's like, girl, come on now. You should have known what was up. You should have known.
That as me being your friend, I think my reasons were very justified.
So for the rest of the group, was it as you remembered it? Was there a smoking gun?
I thought it was taken too far. It was a boundary that was crossed.
I also see like Huda's side where we've been preaching like it's a challenge, but in the same breath it's like it's week 5 and it's Ace and Shelly, so it's like a bit, you know.
Just think that there's
It's week 5 and it's Ace and Shelly. It's week 5 and it's Ace and Shelly.
Been more talk about boundaries. I think that was just something miscommunication.
And I'm telling you, y'all, I would feel so differently. Like if Honda would have did this shit with, I don't know, the first week, second week, hell, maybe even the third week. Oh, okay. You know, but she chose to use her time in the villa in the way that she did, which was to be hung up over Jeremiah. That was her choice. Nobody told her to do that shit. If she wanted to show out, then she should have been showing out in the beginning as a single woman exploring her options. But she didn't choose to do that. So to wait till week 5 and then do Ace and Shelly when you know they're like locked in, that was just weird. It was very manipulative.
But if Shelly had done that routine on Jeremiah when you were together, what would your reaction have been?
When Chris was getting that stuff on and all that stuff, I'm over here cheering, you know, having a grand.
Girl, why are you talking about Chris? See, this is the manipulation. The conversation was about Jeremiah, and if Shelly would have done that to Jeremiah, how would you have felt? Why are you bringing Chris into it? And this is what I'm saying. Like, if she was if she was innocent, there wouldn't be any manipulation because there would be no need for it. You would be able to answer questions directly and not have these roundabout responses. But because you know what you did was foul and you knew you had manipulative intentions, you can't even answer the question directly. So what do you have to do? Deflect. Deflect. Because you know you was dead ass wrong. And you knew that if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't have liked it if Shelly would have did you like that.
We're both experiencing you and Jeremiah.
No, everybody. Every single person that watched Chris, like I was cheering, laughing, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference between being danced on and wicking private parts, if I'm being real. Like,
And that's a boundary you can't really speak on. That's why, like,
And Chris, why didn't you say that shit originally? And that's something I don't respect coming out of your mouth, because you should have called her out day one, but you was too busy still trying to sleep with her. You was still trying to be cool with her. She had to go on a podcast and embarrass your ass to the point of no return. That now you want to sit up here and be like, oh yeah, well, to be honest, but it's like that's not what you said originally. That's not what you said originally. And remember when I said Chris is manipulative? Remember when I said he was manipulative? So he basically was an enabler right? He's the one that enabled Honda at one point, and he done got burned. He done got burned. And so now he's talking about, oh, well, to be honest, that's a little much for you to be licking a private part. But you was cool with it when you were on her side, in her corner, and she was doing everything you wanted her to do. I don't respect it.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference between being danced on and licking private parts, if I'm being real. Like,
And that's a boundary you can't really speak on. That's why, like, even Ira's saying this whole boundaries thing, I don't feel like I have to sit here and be like, hey, don't lick the person that I'm connected with dick. Like, I don't feel like I have to say that. Like, I think it's just a invisible boundary where I just don't have to say that. Just also as my friend, and again, just reciprocating what you want back.
Ooh, girl.
All right, well, I want to bring.
She said, as a friend, can you just reciprocate what you want back? I mean, like, did y'all listen to anything Shelly said? I don't get it. I don't. Let's move on. Let's get into Taylor. So you all know I've been trying to give Taylor grace, but Taylor is a colorist. It came out in the reunion. Let's talk about it. Okay, we'll get into Coco here in a sec. Let's start with this one.
I was, crashing out and not making sense of wanting to live the best of both worlds and this and that. So I think that's something that, again, people seen and just took that and ran with it.
I definitely feel like they got it wrong. He wasn't a villain, and Shelly damn sure wasn't no fucking mean girl. So I really hate exactly.
When you guys left the villa, you were exclusive. So where do you guys stand on your relationship?
I mean, we're still exclusive. He's big on doing romantic gestures, and I love stuff like that.
And you know what else? I gotta say it. I had to have a conversation with my brother about this. What and I said this on my TikTok earlier too. I said what a lot of people don't understand, and mainly women, Ace respects women. Out of all the men on the show, he respects women a lot. Ace is not the stereotype. And y'all, this is coming from somebody that didn't like him in the beginning, couldn't stand him. And then also, this is coming from someone that thought that maybe he came on the show with hidden motives and all of this stuff. But one thing that Ace, I can honestly say he has gained my respect, and I'm going to tell you why. He has a lot of respect for women. So and he's been consistent in it. So it's not like, oh, he just showed this one thing and it's like, oh yeah, he respects women. No, he respects women a lot. And his character consistently showed that. So it wasn't just that he was calling out Jeremiah, right? But he also called out Nick when Nick slept with Sierra and was laughing and joking about it. And he had to gather him like, hey, bro, you just made a big move. When sex get involved, that means feelings get involved. And now that's something that you have to nurture in this relationship that you're forming with this woman, because she didn't just lay down with you just to lay down. It's going to change and alter y'all's relationship, y'all's connection moving forward. Are you ready for that? Now, if Ace was the stereotype, he'd be like, oh, bro, you scored. You got, okay. Like, but he didn't do that. He said, wait a minute. You slept with her? Oh, that's going to change y'all's connection. Are you ready for that? Being real. Then Taylor, right? He was calling out Taylor and he was like, she in the kitchen cooking for your dumb ass. Remember that? Then, this is another thing too. When he came out of the hideaway with Shelly, and the guys were hackling him about, oh, what on, bro? Did you hit? You know how men are. And he was like, nothing went down, man, bro. Stop being weird. Like, nothing went down. So he didn't just protect Shelly. He didn't just look out for Honda. He really does have a respect for women. I feel like a lot of women are not picking that up. Then let's take it a step further, right? Because he could just be playing this character on a reality show. When Ace got out the villa and he saw how Shelly was being attacked and Olandria, he's very protective of Olandria just as much as he is protective of Shelly. Are y'all not picking that up? Because I am. And he's been consistent since day one. He's been consistent. And I've been looking for inconsistency because that will show you deceit. But every single time there's like an opportunity for him to be the opposite of how he's portraying himself to be. He is consistent, y'all. On camera, off camera, he is consistent. And I just wanted to point that out. And so a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Ace came on the show for the wrong reasons" and things like that. Honestly, and it's I think it's showing that he didn't need this show like that. He was already famous. And then that's another thing. When fame is in your path, it's in your path. It don't matter when you get it, how you get it. It's gonna happen for you regardless, because that is your path. That is your plan for your life. So it is what it is. But I peeped that. And if you notice, Ace has become very protective of Shelly and Olandria in interviews. If you notice, if you've been keeping up with the interviews that they've been doing, like with Teen Vogue, Vanity Fair, things like that, you will peep that he is protecting the both of them. Okay. And I love to see it. And this is why, I had to really calm down and let my emotions kind of calm down, because I'm like, you know what? These are two black women winning. They being hated on. They dealing with racism. You know how it is as a black woman. You got to deal with a lot of shit. But they got love. They got sisterhood. You know what I mean? Like, they got real love and friendship. Friendship. Y'all, I literally broke down crying reading the Teen Vogue article that Olandria and Shelly wrote. The Black Girl Sisterhood coming together. I'm here helping you crochet your hair. And Shelly braid her hair. When I tell you I broke down crying, because I know what it's like to be in certain spaces and you just need your sister there. Do you get what I'm saying? And what I loved is they both brought up the fact that, they had been dodging the show, and they didn't want to, they were second guessing coming on the show. And then for whatever reason, season 7 was just that moment for them. And they literally said, God had it all designed and laid out and planned for us to be there for each other. And we needed that. We needed to be there for each other. Now they have soul sisterhood for life. Do you not understand? Not that many people get to experience that in their lifetime. Real sisterhood. And you know what real sisterhood is. They got your back. The whole world could be against you, but your sister got your back. There's not that many people that get to experience that in this lifetime. So at the end of the day, they winning in real life, in a real way, and not too many people will understand that. See, they basing it off of surface level things that fade. They fade. They don't last. So when it comes to Shelly, Ace, Olandria, and Nick, like, they have something real, something Amaya wants and is desperately searching for. Something that Honda wants but doesn't know how to find it. Something that Iris is longing for, and she realized that she invested poorly. Sierra, something that she yearns for, but she played her cards wrong. I could go on and on and on. So at the end of the day, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm happy to see my sisters winning, representing, and being what young black girls need to see. Honestly, poised, classy. I mean, it's beautiful. Honestly, it really is. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what it is. When you a black woman, you know what comes with it. You know what comes with it. But at the end of the day, they have each other, and that is beautiful to me.
Yeah, so just waiting for the perfect moment to be official.
Do you have something planned?
I got something cooking up my sleeve.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
This would be your first girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
And is Shelly the first girl? What?
And
last.
He said his first and his last. And another thing too, and we gonna get into it. Taylor is in competition with Clark. Let's clock it. Okay, he's in competition with Clark. One thing I noticed about Ace, one thing I love about a man is when he stepped to the side to let his woman shine, because he's proud. You get what I'm saying? Same thing with Nick. He's like, look, That's what I got. That's me. I'm proud. Like, yes. They and you know why they do that is because they respect the relationship, but also they respect themselves. Like it's like this is an extension of me respecting myself. This is what I have. This is what I get to take care of. This is what I'm taking care of. And I love to see it. I love to see it. But when it comes to Taylor, he is in competition with Clark. He is in competition. I'm like, girl, get away from that man. Okay. All right. He wants to be the star. He doesn't know how to let Clark have her moment, have her shine. And she's a beautiful girl, beautiful soul. She was also not the stereotype that a lot of people wanted her to be. Very graceful, very kind, a real girl's girl. And it's crazy. But she need to get away from this boy, Taylor. She need to get away from him. He is in competition with her. And it's like he doesn't know how to let her be in her light and shine. And it's very obvious.
Are you in love with Shelly?
I am.
Oh, damn.
Do you have me, Jeremiah?
Ooh, girl. Okay, so he green for her. That's crazy. Okay, let's get into this.
Andrew, an apology for not being honest with her about your feelings.
Yeah, well, I was waiting for the right time. This is the right time in front of everybody. And the way it started, so I do want to say, I'm sorry for everything. We grew so close, so fast. You was my dog in there, you laughed over everything. And
You know what irritated me? You my dog, you my dog, you my dog, you my dog. Listen, black women are not dogs and we are not bitches. I hated that. Like, stop saying that. I like, stop. You my dog, you my dog, you my dog. Please stop saying that. Stop. It just don't sit right with me. It don't. It's weird. And it don't sit right. And you want to know what else I'm peeping? The energy off Taylor. His dumbass said on reality TV, a national television show, that he wasn't attracted to Olandria. Olandria. You not attracted to Olandria? The hell? Right? That's what he went on the show and said. And ever since they got out the villa, right? And he's seeing the comments and he's seeing how men respond to her and see her and react and saying how attractive she is and all of this stuff. And now all of a sudden his energy is different towards her. Y'all peeping that? Because I'm peeping it. You peeping it? Because I'm peeping it. I'm peeping it. I'm peeping it. So he been acting like weird towards her, like he wants there to still be a thing, but there will never be a thing because she really locked in with Nick. She really is. And the way Taylor is acting, if it wasn't real between Nick and Olandria, Taylor could really get in where he could fit in with Olandria. But she ain't looking at him like that. Not after what she saw and how things were edited on TV. Because again, she was just blindsided by the fact that he said that he was not attracted to her. And that's insane. And I know. I know Olandria is looking at herself like, not attracted to me. And I'm looking at him like, you not attracted to her. Like, what the hell? And it gives colorism. He could not see beyond her skin complexion. He had to wait and let the internet tell him how she was attractive. And it was because of colorism. He couldn't see beyond her skin complexion. Which is crazy because her skin complexion is gorgeous. It glows. It glistens. I don't get it. But again, you know what they say. Them down low men, the colorist men tend to be down low. That's what they say. Girl, that's what they say. That's the word on the street.
you said my dog.
Do we clap?
Cause seriously, y'all, like, what is not attractive about? Like, it just don't make no sense. And listen. The reason why typically colorist men tend to most likely be down low is because they're big on perception. They want to be seen a certain way, and they feel like based off of the black community, they don't want to be seen a certain way. because they want to make it seem like they got a really attractive girl so that their sexuality is not like question, right? So according to the black community, because of colorism, Olandria, he doesn't see as attractive enough for him to secretly hide his sexuality, because he feels like he has to get the most attractive girl. And according to the black community, that's a lighter complected woman. And so it's believable. Like, it really is. Like, he's colorist. He couldn't see beyond her skin complexion how attractive she is, because he is colorist, most likely because he's struggling with his sexuality and he feels the need to seek out a light-skinned woman to hide in the closet. It's just, y'all, it's ridiculous. Like, this, her, just the whole I'm not attracted to her, that shit is crazy. And I know the men are looking at him like,
All right, I want to move.
and he didn't apologize. Can we acknowledge he didn't apologize to Olandria? I want to apologize is not apologizing. That's not. Do people not know how to apologize to people? When you apologize, a formal apology is acknowledgement. You acknowledge what you did wrong, where you went wrong, and you own it by saying, I'm sorry. Do people don't know how to apologize? That's ridiculous. I want to apologize. That's not apologizing.
On to Shelly and Ace.
Okay, so let's clear this up once and for all these conspiracy theorists out there.
And yeah, y'all, I was wrong about Shelly and Olandria. I was wrong. No, I'm sorry, Shelly and Ace. I was wrong about them. I will eat that, but I'm glad that I was real enough to take the damn video down, because now I don't have to be embarrassed. I own that shit. It was a mistake. Let's see.
Now, fans have also speculated, this is a big one, that the two of you coordinated your participation in the show in order to form a powerful pairing from day one.
Yes,
You would have to be great actors.
Oh yeah,
to do
we
that
told
also.
production actually that, like, hey,
It's crazy. Okay, let me move on, because that wasn't the clip. Oh, I think this is it. Girl, when I tell y'all Coco pissed me off so bad, y'all, like, I don't know if I may have re-recorded this part because I was yelling at my TV, or maybe I didn't. But girl, Coco, when I tell you, she made me so mad, y'all. She made me so mad. Why I'm so upset is because she allowed Winter and that other racially ambiguous woman to use her and got played, and now wants to backtrack because she's realizing that she fucked up. And it's just like, girl, where was the chocolate girl loyalty? Where was that shit? Like, girl, what the hell? You went on a I want to call her a white woman's podcast that is confused because she keep calling herself Winter. What is it? Listen, girl, I'm so disappointed. Y'all, I'm just disappointed.
Well, the concert girls, it was good. But I think, like, in the beginning, Alandria was a little standoffish, especially when Alandria kind of made her return. I could tell she was, like, upset that her girls were not there. Like, she was not feeling that shit, which is understandable.
Alandria, what's your reaction to this?
I was standoffish. I'm not going to come in being fake and trying to purposely be besties with these girls that I don't know.
And see, Olandria really does remind me of myself, because I'm not phony. Like, I'm not getting all up in your face calling you bestie. I don't even know you like that. I formed a bond with the other girls, so yeah, I'm gonna be a little more closed off. I don't know you like that, and I'm going through a lot in isolation. Keep in mind that all of this was she's going through a lot in isolation. She almost got eliminated. There's a lot going on with her emotionally, but people like to overlook that because it's just a TV show, right? But in real life, though, she was isolated. She was going through a lot. She didn't know who she could trust. She didn't know what was what. So I'm like, I don't know. I just expected for Coco to be a little more understanding and to extend grace. Just give Olandria the benefit of the doubt. But it's like, you didn't even give her the benefit of the doubt. You didn't even give her the benefit of the doubt. And you were there. You saw the setup. You saw how everything was set up to where things could easily be taken out of context. So I don't get that. I don't get it.
I'm gonna be nice, and I want to be cordial, but it's like, I don't know you guys. And then I just got fake dumped. Coming back and seeing Taylor with somebody else. I had so many fucking emotions going on. I had no time to process nothing. So that's why I was standoffish.
So y'all were together last night, I hear, and JD asked if you wanted to speak to Coco, and you said,
I'm cool.
I'm cool.
Yes.
What was that about?
So I like Coco moves in the middle.
I'm not fake. Let's just cut through the bullshit. I'm not a fake bitch. That's what that is. I'm not fake. I'm not about to fake it with you after you started being weird towards me for no reason. Y'all, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's an oldest daughter thing. I don't freaking know. But I don't like when people act one way and then be acting different. I don't respect that shit at all. I don't. I feel like you moving weird. You're very strange to me. And it's clear you don't know yourself because you're not even being consistent. You don't like women who know themselves are consistent. They are consistent. I need women to understand that when women know themselves, they're very consistent. When they know themselves like the back of their hand, they're consistent and they consistently move a certain way. And Coco don't know herself enough to know, girl, you are all over the place and you make no sense at all. At all. And so she doesn't see you as trustworthy. A woman that knows herself is looking at how you moving and she doesn't see you as trustworthy. That is what that is.
It's just how people are acting outside of the I'm just not fucking with. She was on a podcast and was saying, I was saying, Taylor was my man. I barely even spoke to these damn girls. She even telling you like, oh, I was coming to Atlanta because she was so standoffish. So what the hell did I say my man around any of you guys? Clark, do you remember me saying that?
No.
Jaden? Grayson?
Never.
Vanna?
When I said my man, that was not me being shady. That was not.
Y'all, this is what I wanted to reach through my screen. Girl, you know what the hell you knew what you was doing when you said that. Come on. And then she didn't even say it. Come on. You got around those girls. They made you feel comfortable and they set you up for a soundbite. They set you up and you fell right into the trap. And you just need to own that shit. You just need to own it.
Trying to come for you, so I never wanted to make you feel that way. When I said that was me saying like I thought y'all was locked in, like for real. So when I saw that he picked Clark over you, I was shook. Thought y'all were that locked in. You were saying my man, like you were calling him your man, like you had took a picture, you kissed him.
She was feeding into the narrative that Olandria was delusional about Taylor. And she was there though, but she still didn't see everything because we didn't see everything because we was confused. We thought Olandria was being delusional too. Let me be real about it. But if you had a personal interaction with Olandria and you knew she wasn't carrying herself like that, why would you feed into that narrative? I don't get that. I don't. And then the podcast you chose to do that on is just questionable. The whole thing is just questionable to me.
And it was cute as fuck. I'm not coming for you. And even in that podcast, when she said that delusional statement, I was not fucking with that. I would never ever try to do you. Like I mean that. That was not me being shady. I'm 200 for that.
Right.
Girl.
My thing is if you
Y'all, I can't stand women that be like, I'm too 100 for that. Whole time be fake and phony as hell. I can't stand that shit. Like, girl, please. You don't know what it means to be 200. Hell, try being 50% shit. You don't know what it means to be 200, 100. Figure out how to get to 50% and maybe we can have a conversation. How about that? Talking about, I'm too 200 for that. I can't stand women like that. I just like, girl, please.
And it was cute as fuck. I'm not coming for you. And even in that podcast, when she said that delusional statement, I was not fucking with that. I would never ever try to do you. Like I mean that. That was not me being shady. I'm 200 for that.
Right. Girl. My thing is if you're gonna go on a podcast, speak to your true experience. I would have appreciated if you would have spoken on my character that you got to see in person, not what America got to see. You got out way before us. You could have cleared that up. You know what? Olandria wasn't as delusional as y'all might say she was. She was actually cool as fuck. You could have spoke to my true character because you got to meet me in person. These people never met me before.
On the podcast, I said you were cool as fuck, and I even said I think Nick really likes you.
It seemed like you were saying like she was feeding into their narrative of her being delusional.
That's the thing, and I hate that it was.
Another thing I love about the reunion, you could tell Olandria had Shelly's back and Shelly had Olandria's back. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, they was like, wait a minute, let me go ahead and put my little 2 cents in. All right. She said that you was feeding into that narrative. You could have cleared things up.
Interpret it that way, so I want to say again, I apologize if you interpret it that way, and I hate that the world even interpreted it that way.
It doesn't help though that there was like
Interpreted. I just y'all. Shelly and Olandria, I'm very proud of y'all. I'm really proud of y'all because like y'all handled this well. I'm not gonna lie. It would have took everything in me not to fly across that stage and jump on that girl. I'm just being honest with you because I don't take gaslighting well, y'all. That's like somebody really playing with your head, like playing with your psyche, like really trying to like make you feel like you're insane. I don't take that stuff well at all. It would have taken a lot in me not to jump across that stage because man.
Like screenshots of you hearting certain
Ooh,
comments about Landry.
call it out, Shelly.
You know, you're saying this, but then also when they were saying stuff like, "Oh, Shelly and Landry need to leave our villa," or this or that, or Coco should have still been there and stuff like that. Like to see that you were liking stuff that was because there was a big hate train on Landry and I, where a lot of people played a narrative into.
And you know, phony girls, the fake phony girls be doing this. Are you glitching? Like what's going on with the eyes? Are you glitching? Cause you being hit with the truth, Miss 200, really 50%. I mean, you ain't even 50. You 20%. Come on now. Are you glitching? Like what's that? Are you glitching?
A big hate train on Landry and I, where a lot of people played a narrative into by saying just certain comments that
let's talk about
show that there's some agreement. There's a few people who played into the hate train.
We're still getting a lot of hate.
Yeah, people in here that played into it.
Who?
Coco, with your comments.
Baby, I never felt that way. That's not even, no, I want to talk.
Okay.
I'm Team Chocolate Girls. I'm never shady. I was nothing but nice to y'all from the beginning. I was happy for you. Also, I DM'd you, Alandria.
I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed. I'm just so disappointed. I'm just really disappointed.
Coco, with your comments.
Baby, I never felt that way. That's not even, no, I want to talk.
Okay.
I'm Team Chocolate Girls. I'm never shady. I was nothing but nice to y'all from the beginning. I was happy for you. Also, I DM'd you, Alandria.
Yeah, I read it. I wasn't fucking with it.
Yeah,
That's some real people shit. Yeah, I saw it. I wasn't fucking with it. I saw it. I didn't respond. I saw it. I said, fuck your ass. That's what I said. That's what she really wanted to say, but she kept it classy. Yeah, I saw I wasn't fucking with it. You know, a lot of people don't know what that's like. A lot of people don't know what that's like. Y'all see people out in public and y'all get scary. Literally. I've literally said that to people to their face. I'm like, yeah, I saw your DM. I didn't respond. I didn't care. I don't want to talk. Like it's I'm not about to be fake with you. The hell? I could be cordial because I'm an adult, but I'm not about to be fake. You get what I'm saying? Like, I saw your DM. I'm not responding to that shit. Leave me alone. Stop being weird.
Thing though, baby, I'm trying to squash it because
my thing is, when you go on live in front of, when you go in front of the world and talk your piece, I'm going to do the same thing. Don't clear things up in private. We're going to do this in public like you did. But I was never.
Ooh, Olandria, bro, you was eating her. Bro, you was eating her up. Did y'all see Nick? I felt like Nick was getting a little turned on. Did you see his eye contact? Oh my god! And then, am I the only one that felt like Nick was just acting like, "Listen, I'm go time. Just give me the green light. I'm go time. Just give me the green light. Just give me the green light. I'm go. I'm all go. Okay, I'm all go."
Trying to shade you because I'm not that kind of girl.
Who else was perpetrating the narrative that you two are mean girls?
Vanna, when you went on Nick Bill and said that I was someone who would stand off.
Girl, why are you looking at the ground? Why are you not looking at Shelly? Why are you? Girl, are the girls glitching? Like, what is going on? Are the girls glitching? My goodness. What you looking at? What's down there? What's on the floor? You said it. You did it. Why are we running and hiding? This is what I be saying. It's like, why would people be out here doing shit, right? And then when people confront them, they act like they about to get a whooping. Like somebody about to beat their ass with a belt. Like this is the 90s and you about to get your ass with a belt, a leather belt or a switch or a fly swatter or something like that. It just don't make no sense to me. You did it, so why can you not stand in it? Like you're not about to get your ass beat. You just being addressed. You're literally being addressed, talked to. People are trying to get an understanding about, well, why did you say that? Why did you do that? I oh my God. I just think ducking and dodging and like that's what you why did like this is why I guess what I'm not understanding is why do people do things, right? And then when people call them out, and it's not even really a call out, it's like when people address them about what they did to reach an understanding, they start acting all scary and shit. So it's like, so you just be out here doing shit that you can't even be proud of, or you can't even just say, like, yeah, that's what I did, and I did it because of this. I don't know. It just don't be making no sense to me.
That's the only person
that
who was
like
nice to you.
I brought up like were any of the girls standoffish, and I was like, well, I said I didn't even talk to you.
And it's like we didn't even get to speak.
No,
like we didn't even have
people
time
asked me
to.
about that on my live, and I was like, I didn't go speak to her either. She owes me like literally nothing, and we had 5 seconds to say bye. But I cleared that up on my live. They don't show the good stuff, you know, they show like the posture and stuff. But I did go on, and I was like, that was not what it looked like.
I feel like
Hood is another person.
She played into the bully narrative. I don't feel like Huda was bullied. We were very close. I was kind of taken back when Huda went on the podcast. She kind of played into the bullying narrative that America already had stirred up. It's like, Huda, you was there.
We're going to get into that in a little bit, and I'm anxious to hear what you have to say.
Everybody didn't mean what they did.
I get it for sure. I felt like the whole fucking village was against me and Shelly. And that's how I felt.
Speak your truth, Olandria. Speak your truth, girl. And then this is another thing. Like, people are so mad at Olandria and Shelly, but when Olandria and Shelly are being addressed, they not looking at the ground and looking and blinking their eyes like something's glitching with them. They literally looking straight ahead. They and see, I'm a body language reader. It's like if you're confident in how you move and how you do things and how you carry yourself and how you conduct yourself, there ain't no glitching. You looking them straight in the face. You looking them eye to eye because you don't have shit to hide. But they looking all down at the ground and Coco blinking her eyes. Like, every time she hears some shit that was real, because she 200, but she really 25%. Okay. So I'm not understanding. It's like, girl, what is going on? Pick up your head.
Zach K, a lot of people want to know if you have anything to say to Amaya about the ups and downs you
Nobody care about them.
A lot of viewers felt like
oh man, I forgot to edit that.
you doubled down on Amaya only after seeing how popular she had become with the viewers. What's your response to that?
First of all, I just want to apologize Amaya during that challenge. Like I said, I shouldn't have stood up on business and did what I did.
Zach disappointed me with this. I'm not gonna. He disappointed me with this because I liked the interview that he did with some blog, Entertainment something, and I liked the interview that he did. And then this, it was just like he was just on straight bullshit. But then I don't know. The man was sleeping. He was laid out all on the couch. I just don't think Zach cared, and I don't think he took the situation serious at all.
So I want to apologize after that. But when I found out she was America's most popular, that didn't make a difference to what the situation was.
Amaya, do you think he changed his...
Okay, so this is my thing. I felt like Zach was real all the way up until that point of him finding out that she was America's favorite. But I feel like Brian is either just as fake or more fake than Zach.
Tune because he found out that you were popular with America.
Thank you for apologizing. Thank you. I do think that there was a bit shift of energy after finding out that I was America's favorite, I guess.
Amaya, girl, there was you can't tell when energy shifts around you. I'm sorry, y'all, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being real. She can't tell when energy shift around her. She couldn't even tell that Austin didn't like her. Remember they was having conversations and Austin was being the same way Zach was being, like, oh, I don't know if I really like her like that. And then here Amaya is talking to, I don't know who it was. I think it was Honda. And she was talking about, yeah, like I really like Austin and like, yeah, like we're really in this together and all of this stuff. And he over there like, I am just so exhausted. I'm so drained. So I'm like, girl, you didn't feel no switch. I'm sorry. You are too clingy to feel, you're too desperate to feel switches and switch ups in people's energy. I'm just being honest. You're just too desperate. You don't know how to just stand in who you are and not lean on people and cling to people. So I don't think she felt the switch up at all.
He did like try to put in more of an effort to have a conversation with me.
So obviously, that being said, I said after that challenge thing, me and you, we sat on that swing, if you can recall.
And to be honest,
Zach K.
I also felt like Zach was being more, even after he found out that she was America's favorite. And again, it's all about what was edited and how things were edited, right? What I will say though too is that another thing that I peeped was Zach pursued her genuinely after the fact that he found out that she was America's favorite. I felt like he wanted to see what America saw, because he like, wait a minute, y'all, she's America's favorite? Maybe I'm getting this wrong. Like maybe I'm getting this wrong. And so I think he wanted to pursue her genuinely, but he didn't throw himself at her. You know who did? Brian. Every time they hung out, he was kissing her, kissing her, kissing her, kissing her, kissing her, kissing her, to the point where it got so bad. And this is after Zach left. I started noticing that Brian kept kissing her because he wanted her to shut the fuck up. He wanted her to shut the fuck. Please shut up. I'm tired of hearing you talk. You make no sense. You're not funny. Your jokes are not funny. He was annoyed by her, and I'm just like, why are women not picking that up? Why are women not picking that up? I'm like, listen, ladies, how do you know a man likes you? He does something selfless, something that he does for you where he don't benefit. Do y'all not know when men like you? Because it's really sounding like women cannot pick up when a man likes them or not. That's what it seemed like. Cause y'all sitting up here talking about, oh, Brian, oh, they're so in love. I'm like, what selfless thing did he do for Maya? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. When I kept trying to tell y'all, I was like, when he was defending Amaya, he was really defending his culture, which means he was defending himself, which means that wasn't selfless. Do y'all not know when a man really likes you, he does selfless acts? Meaning he goes out of his way to do things for you to where he don't benefit at all? That never happened. That's why I'm just like, and then it got so bad for me. Like their interactions became so cringe because I'm just like, oh my God, he really don't like her. He does not like her. So I think the girls don't know how to read when a man likes them and when they don't, because if he ain't done nothing selfless. And listen, let me make it plain. When you love your children, right? Because we're nurturers. You know how we love, right? When we love, we're selfless when it comes to our children, right? A man will love you in the same way when he likes you. Okay? Love is a selfless act. When someone really likes you and loves you to a degree of a level of respect, they're going to do selfless acts just like you do when you love your children. Why do women not know this? Why are women struggling with this? Like, I'm really concerned. Really concerned. So if he didn't do nothing selfish where he went out of his way, I'm just like, I'm not getting it.
A lot of people want to know if you have anything to say to Amaya about the ups and downs you
Nobody care about them.
Experienced. A lot of you were.
I guess he did like try to put in more of an effort to have a conversation with me.
So obviously, that being said, I said after that challenge thing, me and you, we sat on that swing, if you can recall. We were just talking, we was doing whatever. I felt like there was a genuine connection between us two. We've had the ups and downs like a normal relationship, dude.
I know. I see a part of me, and see that's why I'm kind of giving Zach a little grace here. Not because the editing didn't come across shiesty. It did, but a part of me wants to say that when the America voted a certain way, he kind of wanted to genuinely find out, like maybe he had gotten it wrong, and that he wanted to pursue her genuinely. But I felt like Brian is who Zach is, and I feel like Zach is who y'all think Brian is. That's what I think.
People argue, people fall out or whatever. I'm here now, I'm going to try and make it work with her, and then that's what I did.
Zach, I'm curious what you think of Amaya and Brian ending up together. You've said some pretty incendiary things on your TikTok live about.
Ooh, they've been keeping track.
He said I did it for the money.
Um, let me go to Brian and them. Hold on, wait a minute. Is who? Hold on. Uh, nope, not that one. Not here it is. Here it is. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Nah, I never said that.
You never said that?
Nah, I never said that, bro.
Yeah, you should probably go.
This is where I lost the respect because I'm like, okay, you did call out their relationship because I remember reading an article about how you called out that relationship. So him backtracking, I was like, Zach, really?
You should probably go check up on that. He said it wasn't genuine and he feels I did it for the money, but I think he forgot a certain conversation that me and the Costa boys had. He was the one trying to dissect the game and strategize. Now I'm the one who's
Brian, don't be sitting up there on some motherfucking high horse because you got $50,000 in your wallet now. Because you also sat up there and told Chris that if you were in his shoes, you would just deal with it. And now when Amaya posts on her Instagram, you nowhere in sight. She didn't even post you. I looked. I was like, oh, Amaya, so you post your reunion look and you didn't post Brian at all? And you know what I felt was a little strange is I didn't really see Amaya post Brian at all.
said, just be appreciative, be here, and go off your feelings. I remember we were dying for chats. He came out and said, I don't even want no chats, I want to show the boys. If he was really genuine with Amaya, he would have been crying for a chat. Instead, he didn't and got dumped for that.
Yeah. You will only
Look at Andy. Me and Andy are like, interesting.
have conversations with people when it was time to have a chat. It could be very performative at times because once you knew the camera.
And then Amaya, I can't take you serious because you can't peep that this man is being performative with you. He don't listen to you. He don't do nothing for you. He ain't done nothing for you. I don't get it. It's like he did that one little thing where he spoke up for her. But really he was speaking up for his culture. Okay. And then that was the last that he ever did. Like he ain't done nothing else. But he was pouring liquor. He was pouring liquor in some random women's mouths though. That he had time to pour it up for some other women, but he ain't done shit for you. That's crazy. Come on now. That's ridiculous.
We're on, that's when it was time to have this whole Grammy Award winning actor scene for you. Like, let's be very thorough.
Girl, the man next to you playing you too. Oh, wait a minute. I thought I re-recorded. Okay, we really messed up. We really messed up this time. Because I'm just like, girl, please.
I hope, they stay together and nothing more.
All right.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Austin, Jaden, you guys got together.
Okay, we're gonna get into Austin too. We're gonna get into Austin. Hold on. And then did y'all see this fake
Where your relationship
this fake interaction? I mean, at this point, I think Amaya was in on the shit. She acting just as fake as he is. It's ridiculous.
is. Brian, there was a video that sparked a lot of rumors about
Why is it that when conversations get real for the phony and the fake, they start to glitch? I'm just like, are you, girl? Are you? Oh my God, they start to glitch. Coco's eyes, Vanna looking all down at the floor, Amaya rolling her neck. Hell, and then Honda, I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I apologize. I love you. I love you. It's like, damn. And then everybody else is seated. Chris, Ace, then you got Shelly, and then you got Olandria. and everybody else is glitching, rolling their neck. It's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous.
And there was a video that sparked a lot of rumors about you cheating, partying with other girls. We know the internet had a lot of opinions, but walk us through what's been going on.
They're trying to just throw any hate my way, and within the cheating video, the hosting, I got paid to be there. I used to bartend back in the day at a lapse of judgment.
Hey, man, Brian. Now don't start feeling yourself. You're gonna end up like Kenny. Okay, you gonna end up like Kenny from season 6 because a bar that I used to bartend at, was that really necessary? Because now you sounding like you too good and like you was in that environment and you was doing them a favor and all of this stuff. Come on now. And the reason why, listen, one thing about Brian, I literally said he gives me snake vibes. Did I not call it? I said, this man give me snake vibes, and I'm going to show you how he proved to me that he is, in fact, a snake. He slithers. Like, his energy is just, like, slithering. I don't know. It's just something about him. I don't know. He's just sneaky to me.
And we've talked about it, and yeah.
The lapse in judgment was what?
Pouring shots around, giving the crowd shots and stuff like that.
Yeah, we definitely spoke about it, and I'm also like not a woman that would be with someone who doesn't respect me. So if I'm with him and still with him, it's clearly because the relationship dynamic is healthy and great.
Chris.
Well, the relationship and dynamic was not healthy, and you set up here on this reunion and you lied because you couldn't even post this man by the time the reunion was premiered. I just, Lord.
You and Zach C were out with Brian on the night of the alleged cheating. What are your thoughts?
I ain't see shit.
He a lie. And he a lie. And then Amaya laughing. She is glitching, honey. She is glitching.
We were out with Brian on the night of the alleged cheating. What are your thoughts?
I ain't see shit. Ain't shit happened.
Were you there for Brian in that moment during the aftermath?
Yeah, I just told him just keep being you, bro. Like, don't worry about that shit. Internet is its own world. Like, we can't control what people put or what people say. So, but as long as we know the truth, it's straight.
Alan pulls his pinky toe for like one day, and he was like, "What happened? He cheated on her." Oh my god, I swear, like that's not the case whatsoever. I swear. But we just prioritize our relationship, and we're kind of like tunnel vision with it, you know? Like, I'm very confident in our connection, and I feel like you are too.
Yeah, the comfortability is definitely there, and we're just growing.
Yeah.
Pepe, you've told fans that since
They both full of shit to me. I just can't take them serious. I can't. And then he later, he was going to embarrass her. And it seemed like it just already happened. But I told y'all that Brian was a snake. I don't know if y'all saw this live stream that Nick had, but it was truly disgusting. And I hope that Nick gets away from Brian and these other guys that he's hanging out with, because they mean him no good at all. At all. How Brian acted in this live stream was truly disgusting, and it just shows that he is a moocher, and that he uses people, and he is an opportunist.
Let's just clear out the bar, bro. All the food and stuff.
So they're all hanging out in Nick's hotel room, and if you know anything about a hotel room, the water, the snacks, the alcohol, whatever is in that hotel room, it costs. And so here goes Brian in Nick's hotel room, acting like an opportunist, like he ain't never been nowhere at all.
It's not our room.
Bro, hard, right? Brian's gonna be running up my check, dude.
Chips, but
Nick is rich, bro. That's like one galaxy. Who said that? Who said I was rich? I saw a line on there. I think I know how much the line's worth.
Oh, yeah. You already missed it. Right.
There's no more in there. Brian deadass opened. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, you talk. Chat. Do I charge Brian for opening a $6 bag of little pretzels?
Yeah, I think so.
Nick,
you're rich.
JD, that's crazy.
DJ, you want to help yourself? He's rich.
I don't mind, Brian. Actually, Pepe. Oh my God. Pepe.
Keep singing. It's okay. He's rich.
I
saw you get a line. A line's like at least $300 or something like that.
I'm gonna crash.
You got a line?
I'm crashing out.
Yeah, that was in a.
Nick's crashing out, guys.
Listen, these are the Casa boys, and I think Pepe may be in there. I'm not really sure, but I'm just like, Nick, I'm sorry, but you too big for the program to be up in here with these men. I'm sorry.
Drink, bro. Why is he opening it?
I don't know how to open it either. That's how you know it's bad. How do you open it? I don't know how to open it. Nick, TJ's opening the bottle of wine.
I'm not doing it. Brian's doing it.
TJ, what?
No, I'm sorry. TJ, what? Listen, he asked how. Listen, this looks bad, but
TJ has an opener and a bottle in his hand.
No.
You know how much that is, chat? Do you know how much that is, chat?
And you twist. You put it in and you twist.
How much actually is it?
It's $24.
You're gonna take the wax off? $24 for a mini bottle of wine. I'm crashing out.
How you do it?
Yeah, just keep it. No. You gotta take the.
That's why I don't want to do it. You gotta take.
Brian, how are you a bartender? You don't know how to open up a bottle of wine. Some ain't adding up with that.
Now he's ruined it. You guys, no. You gotta take off the.
Just open the other bottle.
That one, the wine should be.
Hey, let me just redo it. Let me redo it.
This is disgusting.
We got 9,000 subscribers.
Bro, why you think I'm doing
Bro, Brian.
Reopen.
Brian does owe me $350. Brian, I'm interest,
Nick, you
tax.
don't need that.
Yeah, JD,
You're rich.
they're rage baiting. That's what they're doing. They're rage baiting. I get it.
I screwed up.
Guys, wow, you guys really don't know how to open wine, huh?
So the reason why I'm bringing this to y'all's attention is because if this is how Brian is treating Nick, the hell you think he was doing to Amaya?
Let's talk about Nick and Andrea for a minute, especially Nick. Okay. Whatever was going on in that live the other night where people were running up his tab, and then you had JD in the back saying like, oh, he's rich, like he's got money or whatever, and then Brian just opening up like $6 snacks and a 24 bottle, $24 pound, whatever it is, bottle. That's insane. My take on is that Nick definitely needs to have like stronger boundaries, and he needs to just say to them like, hey, no, like just that I'm not paying for that. That's crazy.
But this is the crazy thing. But Ace is the villain, and you see Ace is not there. You see how he not there. He don't hang out with them.
I really don't think that him and Brian should live together. Like it's such a red flag for your friends to be treating you like they can just do whatever they want or whatever just because like it's just a red flag.
Ridiculous. So ridiculous. I watching that just really made me upset. And it goes to show, like I tried to tell y'all, I was like, something about Brian that just give me Snake vibes, and it doesn't seem like I was wrong about that. So let's see. Did you see how Ace called out Amaya?
Amaya, the TikTok video of you.
Wait, which TikTok video?
The TikTok
with
video.
Alice Cooper?
Yes. with Alice
I
Cooper.
spoke to you about
and
that.
I know I'm about to address that. When you're on a video talking about some, Ace, let's look at his height, and don't get me wrong, I laugh and shit. I laugh at the jokes. It's all funny games. But when you're preaching, oh, I don't stand for bullying, I don't stand for that, but then you post a video like that, it gives mixed emotions. You feel what I'm saying?
No, okay.
And here's another woman being inconsistent in her behavior and how she chooses to show up. And here's another woman that got played by a man. I don't make it up. When you're not consistent as a woman, men see that shit and they know they can manipulate you because you're not consistent. You're not. You're showing them that you're easy to manipulate because you're not even consistent. So here's another woman that got played because she's inconsistent in her behavior and how she chooses to show up.
Hold on. If I knew that she was going to take that video and do X, Y, and Z with whatever, right, I would have never tolerated that or accepted that. And I spoke to you directly that my team was trying to get that video taken down.
Just, it doesn't feel like things are genuine when people are apologizing behind closed doors.
Ooh.
And there's a different public narrative still being pushed. That doesn't feel right to me. I feel like we all developed a great family inside the villa. Just coming out, just seeing different things.
People were acting differently outside the villa.
Right. It hurts my feelings when the people who I was in the villa with don't have my back, and I'm being scrutinized in the public, but knowing what I went through with y'all. That's what hurts my feelings.
Why is there always a glitch? Like, what is T? Why is there? It's just crazy.
Okay, we have to ask because fans on social media have clocked it. I've clocked it that Jeremiah, you and Bella were staying at the same house. So, is there?
I'm sorry, nobody cares. Let's move on. Let's see. What was another one? Like, is it shocking that Iris and Pepe are not together? No. It's not. The way he did Grayson, I knew that wasn't gonna last. Did you see how Austin and Jaden, how that situation went?
You got it.
Yeah.
And you know what? My younger brother, he told me that he thinks Austin be on drugs because it's like, where are you at? If you're not here with us, where are you? Anybody in there? Anybody home? My brother think he does drugs or something because he's just like it don't make any sense.
I don't know. Like, I don't know exactly what transpired.
Did you have a fight?
No.
Did you just lose interest in each other?
Jaden, I feel.
And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because once again, Austin was trying to make it seem like that Ace was just this horrible person, but it's like, once again, here's another man that does not respect women that Ace don't like. I see a consistent pattern with this. Another man that don't respect women, he don't like.
You have some things to say.
I mean, I feel like I
need the real tea.
Respect and transparency, like, with all of my relationships. And I was happy to leave with you as a couple. And I do feel like I was blindsided in a way because I did send you a message saying, like, if you were planning on dating or hooking up with other people, if you could just let me know. But I didn't care if you did. I was like, you can do whatever you want, just, like, give me the respect of letting me know that. And then you didn't. And I feel like we put our lives out here.
Well, I don't think I replied. So I don't think it's like I didn't
Did you read it?
That's even worse.
Did you read what she said?
Honestly, I can't figure it out.
Yeah, in person as well.
We did talk about it in person. Yeah.
Because by the way, that's a huge thing that she said. Basically, you can.
This is crazy. This is crazy. And is it shocking? It's not. Let's move on. It just, that whole segment was just, it wasn't shocking at all. It just was not shocking. Let me see. Let me make sure I covered Taylor and Olandria. Trash. I covered Olandria and Huda. Oh, Jeremiah, his elimination.
Be true. It's affecting all of us.
I agree. I like you too much. Move too fast. With you on that. Yeah. But by definition, I did not love bomb. I just liked her too much, too fast.
Sometimes I might have my own perspective, and I'm just very adamant on getting my perspective across. But it was never no ill intent between you two.
And I think when you called me a scammer, that is when I was like, what the hell? I'm going through hell right now. You calling me a scammer? Like, I don't.
And the reason why I see where Ace is coming from, Ace was already famous before the show. He was already famous. He was TikTok famous. He may not have been globally famous. Well, I mean, I don't know. It depends on his TikTok audience. He was TikTok famous. Okay. Jeremiah didn't have fame. He was out here modeling, but he didn't really have fame like that. Ace did. And the reason why I'm trusting Ace's discernment is because he already has fame. He has clout and he knows how people move and he knows the ways in which people move that are eager for fame and clout because he has to be discerning because he's famous. So when a lot of people are wanting to overlook that because, you know, Jeremiah, he's this clean cut guy and he seems nice, right? But the thing that really rubbed Ace the wrong way was he just felt like he was moving weird. And you're close with Austin. Austin is a sleazeball. Like we've concluded that, right? But that's who Jeremiah is cool with. Okay, that's a little bit of a red flag. And then they both don't like Ace, but the reason why they don't like Ace is because Ace is not afraid to call them out on their bullshit.
And that was off of the comments, what I was hearing. That's when I made this. Yeah, but then like
So Ace is using his discernment saying it was the comments that I kept hearing. So you acting one way with the guys and then you going and you hanging out with Honda a certain type of way. And so it's just like he didn't like how you was moving. He didn't and listen, Ace has been consistent in this. It wasn't just a Jeremiah thing. And see, at first, I thought too that maybe there was some jealousy or something like that. But if it was just Jeremiah, I could see the internet's point of view. But it wasn't just Jeremiah. He called out Taylor. He called out Nick. He called out Austin. Like he calls out people on their bullshit. It's not just Jeremiah. And he has respect for women. Like, do I need to keep saying that? Like he has respect for women. So he's not just respectful when women are around. He's respectful towards women when women are not around. Women don't have to be around for him to be respectful. These sleazeballs that he's hanging around, they're only respectful when women are around. But when women are around, they talk differently. Okay? Maybe y'all need to go to a barbershop and see how men really talk when women are not around. Because they talk differently. So that's what Ace is saying. But Ace grew up a little bit different. He was raised a little bit different. He has respect for women. So you can't just say certain things in front of him about a woman and he just gonna be comfortable with that. It makes him uncomfortable because he respects women.
that on America, like America thinks I'm a scammer. Like,
listen, I keep trying to tell y'all that Ace called out Nick when he slept with Sierra. Y'all remember the sit down conversation that he had? Nick went and told Ace that he decided to sleep with, or he slept with Sierra. He lasted 2 minutes and was making a joke about it. And Ace was like, you know, this is going to change the dynamic of your connection. You know that, right? Like Nick held him accountable in that moment because he thought it was funny. He didn't think it was a big deal. And Ace was the one that was like, that's a big deal. You just made a big move. You made a big step in your connection. Are you ready for that?
that was like villainizing me when that was not at all what I was going through. I was just trying to deal with a relationship, that turned up toxic. And I'm not a scammer. Like, and that shit really hurt.
So do you think that Jeremiah was there for the wrong reasons?
When I hear comments about getting the money, when I hear comments about followers outside the villa, I don't feel this is a genuine connection.
What did you hear? He was focused too much on what would happen after the show?
It's been conversations of, when the guys are sitting around talking about, what was our following before this and what was your following and what do you think it's gonna be? I'll clear that up real quick. One, I never mentioned the money. I remember I made a joke like, oh, when we get out of here or when we win.
And then Jeremiah keeps saying, I made a joke, I made a joke, I made a joke, I made a joke. He has yet to deny that he said it. And another thing too, this was at the very beginning. Ace don't know Jeremiah like that, and Jeremiah don't know Ace like that. Okay, and jokes have truth to them. So if Ace don't know Jeremiah like that, and Jeremiah is joking, which Ace doesn't know what his humor is like because he don't really know him like that. Is he joking or is he being serious? Like, let's be real though. Like, let's be real. You don't know somebody like that, and they keep joking. The thing that killed me with social media is like y'all refuse to acknowledge that he Jeremiah never said he didn't say it. He just keeps saying, "Well, I was joking, I was joking, I was joking." So you did say it though. So that means that Ace didn't just make this all up. Like, you actually did say these things around him when he didn't know you like that.
Go in there, let me go get 50, let me go stress for 6 weeks to get 50 grams. You know, that's not respecting, like, I'm not going to that 50 racks, you know? So it's like, it was never about the money. And then to your point, it was never about, oh, I can't wait to get out here and see what I got. So I'm not going to go in here, like, rolling the dice trying to get followers. That's dumb.
I'm curious for Nick and Taylor if you think Jeremiah was love bombing. Hold up.
I just agree with whatever Ace says. So.
I don't think he's there for wrong reasons. You know, we all came here to find love.
Andrina, I want to ask you about something Taylor said on a podcast. He said that Jeremiah was possessive of you to the point of telling the boys not to talk to you.
And you gotta also understand too. So Ace respects women. He has sisters. And so I feel like I don't know. When you're around a man that actually respects women, they not going for just anything. They don't gotta know you like they don't when they actually have respect for women, they don't gotta know you like that. So it's just like one of those situations where I think Ace was just really being honest. He was holding the men to a higher standard when it came to how they viewed the women that were in the villa. So, and then he showed it again when he got out of the hideaway with Shelly, and he did not disclose anything about what happened or what actually happened in the hideaway. So we still don't know to this day. So again, like I don't feel like it's fake because again, every time I wait for Ace to like do some weird shit, he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it.
Pepe and Nick both wanted to get to know you, but Jeremiah would tell them not to. What's your reaction to this?
I don't even think that's a question for me. I mean,
what's your reaction?
Did I tell you not to?
First off, no, that's not what you said. What I said on the podcast was Jeremiah was being possessive over Andrina. Me and Pep was in the bedroom one night, and Jeremiah said, I'm gonna talk to Andrina all day, so nobody's gonna talk to her. That's what I said on the podcast.
Yeah, but like y'all can pull her whenever for a chat.
It was a joke.
You know me by that's like week 3, bro. I'm gonna talk about that so y'all can't.
And then everyone keeps saying it was a joke. So everybody joking. Ace don't know y'all like that. He's just using his discernment, and he's the bad guy. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So everybody just joking. Okay.
Come on, bro. Like, don't try to villainize that. That's strange.
Austin, you're super close with Jeremiah. What do you make of all this?
I'm so sorry. I was just zoned out for like 5 minutes.
Welcome back.
Oh my God. And Jeremiah, this is who you're seeking wise counsel from? That's who you seeking wise counsel from? That's a mess. I see how you ended up with Honda.
You think, Charlie? I'd never let another guy fucking tell me what to do. But like, I don't know about ringleader, but you know, definitely trying to figure out where everyone's heads are at. He was definitely always asking, yo, who you want to talk to today? Who do you want to talk to? But not giving out as much information in return. And when I started noticing that, I was like, okay, maybe I've got to start keeping my cards close to my chest type shit, do you know what I mean?
Last thing I'll say is that I moved on now, but during the time, like, the night Charlie left, you're at the fire pit yelling about me, and then when y'all are sitting in a circle, from my personal experience in the villa, you were the ringleader, you were like the main antagonist. That's what.
This is my thing. Ace look like this is my thing. Ace giving straight contact. He ain't glitching. He not looking up. That tell me a lot, y'all. I'm telling you, that tell me a lot. When people can't look you in the eye, man, that tells me a lot. It tells me a lot.
Like my experience was. But Jeremiah, you're a grown ass man. How could I ringlead?
You a grown ass man. How can I ringlead? You're a grown ass man. Ooh, people gonna overlook you a grown ass man. But you see, this is what I want to say. There's not too many grown ass men out here. Okay. You had a whole group of men on social media slurping another man's, Kevin Samuels. You a grown ass man. It don't take much to be a ringleader, y'all. It don't take much to be a ringleader when it comes to these men these days. It don't. So I'm with Ace. You a grown ass man. You grown. You your own man, and you over here talking about I'm a ringleader of you? A ringleader of y'all? Like y'all sound crazy. Like y'all sound crazy as hell. So you telling me that Ace was running you as a grown ass man? Cause you think somebody could run Ace? You think another grown man can run Ace? Come on. That's why he just like, y'all sound crazy as hell, but okay.
Ringleader, you were like the main antagonist. That's what like my experience was.
But Jeremiah, you're a grown ass man. How could I ringlead a bunch of other grown men? You're saying, oh, you was at the fire pit going off about me and calling me a scammer. There's reasons why I've stated that, and I've told you that to your face. So coming out, seeing that I'm the ringleader, I'm the person who sends, I'm the only person responsible for sending a person home on Love Island.
Austin, was Ace the ringleader? I mean, the ringleader is such a weird way to put it.
Well, how would you put it then?
And now, why do you think Austin is not in agreement with that label? Because it makes him less of a man. That's what I'll answer that for you. It would make him look like he's less of a man if he was to say, yeah, he was the ringleader. Do y'all not see how the men sound ridiculous? Because it's just like, you a grown ass man. And let me tell you this. I'm a grown ass woman. There's no ringleader. Nobody can run me. I'm a grown ass woman. I can think for myself. That's crazy. It's like they're refusing to see how they had some type of autonomy over themselves. Like, you over here putting all the power on Ace. Like, you a grown man. You can say no. You can say you don't agree. You could vote differently. There's a lot of things that you could do, but you're sitting up here making it seem like he was basically running us. That's crazy. Okay.
Put it as ringleader. You said the little ringleader, I remember.
Okay,
it's on the
I don't think I said little ringleader.
Now he don't want to admit it because Ace called out Jeremiah. You a grown ass man. And so now Austin, okay, is trying to buck his bird chest, and it ain't really bucking. And so now Ace is just like, but you did say that. You did call me a ringleader. So which is it? Is it that I'm a ringleader or not? But if you call me a ringleader, that means you're emasculating yourself, and your manhood is just not where it needs to be, because I'm a ringleader and you a grown ass man. You're older than me. And that's another thing. Ace is 22 years old. All of these men that got issues with him, he a grown ass, like, Ace is 22. He conducts himself as a grown ass man, but these men are more older than him. I don't get it. That's why he looking at them like, seriously?
That's so funny. I think that's an adjective you added. But
I'm just saying,
I did. Okay, then I did say, yeah, group ringleader.
Do any of you guys regret your decision?
Sending Jeremiah home? Yes. For sure. Being a part of that decision, yes. I can be a man and admit that. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong about certain things. Definitely something.
Who do you think should have gone?
Austin. I definitely feel like Austin should have went home.
Well, a lot of fans...
I agree with that. I agree. I felt like Austin should have went home too, because he was just wasted space, wasted air, wasted time. He needed to go.
Felt like Jeremiah and Hannah were dumped unfairly by the other Islanders. Should we see how America voted?
Yeah.
Take a look. The bottom three...
It's crazy because, and this puts this all to rest. Please let it go. Because America voted the same way the Islanders voted. So what's the issue?
Boys were Austin, Pepe, and Jeremiah, and the bottom boy was Jeremiah. Damn. And as we know, the bottom three girls in the vote were Amaya, Iris, and Hannah. And we can see that the bottom girl was Hannah.
So in theory, we did what America was going to do anyway, but we still got scrutinized. We was going to get scrutinized regardless of who we voted for.
That's what I'm saying. People have their own opinion.
But those two would have went home regardless. Thank you for showing that.
So Jeremiah, let that shit go. Clearly America didn't like your ass, and neither did Ace, and they had good reasons to. So it seems like uh okay, Nick cleared his name. So did y'all see how Nick cleared his name? Because Jeremiah called himself having beef with Nick because Nick is just a follower and he just does whatever Ace says. And Ace was the one that was Nick was the one that was telling Ace that he really thinks that Jeremiah should stay. Did y'all see that? So he cleared his name. Interesting, interesting. You know, all the real people, like I said, all the realest people on the show that ain't glitching and all of that shit in their chair, they still cool with each other. All the fake people done fell out. All the phony and fake relationships have completely fell out. And that sounds about right, because fake and phony relationships never last. They never last.
Not Huda calling out both Ariana Madix and Andy Cohen for mistreating her at the Love Island USA Season 7 reunion and trying to force her to share things she didn't want to share. This is wild. You guys need to see what Huda.
And this is why Honda is a danger to any brand. Like, people are not going to want to touch her because this situation, like, it's already bad that you involve Netflix and now you're attacking the host of the show. It's just like, girl, you are burning down your castle. And I literally said, I was like, women like Huda destroy everything in their path because they don't know how to look at themselves and stop victimizing themselves every single time, to be accountable. And I said, let her fans enable, because they will help her with her downfall. You don't have to seek revenge. She's destroying her own castle. She is burning that shit down to the ground. So again, what we mad about? What am I, like, me as a black woman, what I'm supposed to be mad about? She fucking up her own shit. I don't got to do nothing. I don't got to say nothing. She just a mess. That's why I'm like, who is your team?
Posted. So as I'm sure you guys all know, the Love Island USA Season 7 reunion just premiered. And obviously Huda was one of the main topics of conversation during the reunion. At the very beginning of the reunion, Andy asked Huda about her new relationship. Huda recently hard launched her new man, Louis Russell. They walked a red carpet together. But when Andy asked for Huda to comment on her new relationship, she said she wasn't allowed to say anything because of Netflix. Louis Russell was on the most recent season of The Perfect Match, so he's probably under a Netflix contract. Well, Huda is now sharing.
And I was told that by the time they walked the red carpet, the reunion and everything was rolling out, Perfect Match was already out. And then Perfect Match this season didn't do well because Louis was out here doing all of this promotion with Honda got out of the villa. So it was just it was a mess. Like, it's just been a mess. So he ruined Perfect Match. No one is really talking about Perfect Match the latest season because it was kind of already when Louis stepped out with Honda, it already exposed and revealed, basically some of the show because Louis wasn't with Sandy. It's just a mess.
Her thoughts on this entire situation. She said, I prefer to share details about my relationship on my own terms, not on a TV show that it has nothing to do with. Repeated pressure to open up, especially when it's excessive, makes me uncomfortable, and I'd appreciate if that could be respected.
And you want to know what else I want to point out? Olandria is building something for herself. Shelly is building something for herself. Huda is mooching off of a man. It's just ridiculous. I'm just like, girl, you over here prioritizing this relationship that this man, Louis ain't taking this shit serious. He's just clout chasing. You over here putting all your eggs in one basket over this man. You done probably burn bridges with Netflix and Peacock. And now, like, and you're not even building a household name for yourself with all of these followers. Like, make it make sense. It is awful, y'all. Like, when I say she is fumbling really bad, like, she is fumbling really bad, I'm just like, damn. And it's all because she is a male-centered woman. She's highly insecure, and she don't even know how to win because she's so insecure. She can't even see how she's winning. I just, it's crazy. It's crazy.
You'll edit out the amount of times you asked and tried to make others answer for me.
So now she done threw Netflix under the bus. She's attacking the network that made her famous. She's attacking the host, Andy. And you know, Andy got his own fan base. I don't know how large Andy's fan base is, but I would assume it's probably just as large as Huda or the same. I'm not really sure. But I'm just like, this when I tell you she is self-sabotaging real bad, it's bad.
Hello, fresh from Pilates. I'm gonna have this in my review, but I just want to say this. For Huda to bring up she can't say anything because of Netflix, and Andy to clap back saying, well, tell them that Love Island's #1 show or something.
Yeah, and Andy has 5.6 million followers on Instagram alone. So you attacking the host, girl? You just not smart. You just not smart.
A lot of y'all that are in the reality TV or entertainment don't know what that scene meant. I know people are bringing up Perfect Match, but it was already airing by the time they were filming the reunion. But for her to say, oh, I can't really say, because of Netflix. Girl, for one, you're possibly violating your contract with NBC Universal. 2, Andy is the big honcho over at Peacock. Him saying, well, let them know Love Island's #1 show of the summer. He's like, excuse me? Do you know what network you're on? You on Peacock, not Netflix. You on the contract of us, not Netflix. And now she wants to pull the whole Andy Cohen is a Zionist.
And listen, I remember when a content creator, she was really big in this space, and I'm not trying to be messy, but I remember her making comments about, because she had a collaboration with this black designer that makes handbags, and she went on her TikTok and it went viral. People clipped it and cut it up, and she said that she wasn't going to boycott Starbucks, and her collaboration ended. So listen, Honda is just too risky. She's too much of a wild card for a brand to take her serious, because she could just slip up, say the wrong thing in the wrong way, and it will be a mess. So I think brands are afraid to work with her, honestly.
But yet, you didn't say this prior to the show. You still applied to the show, which is on a network under Xfinity, which has its own ties, but that's a longer story. Now you want to play, oh, the host is a Zionist card, but you still want on Alice Cooper's podcast. You want to use your identity to try to get yourself out of this. That is so sick, because you ain't said a damn thing for your people. But we ain't even going to get into that section, because I already know it's brewing.
When it's all said and done, Honda, she only gonna have her fans. That's it. She only gonna have her fans. She only gonna have her fans. That is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. She will only have her fans, and that's sad.
And y'all just seen what happened on Love Island reunion tonight. And when Alendra asked Huda to tell her fans to stop being racist, and Huda was so busy that she couldn't get on fucking Instagram and make a post to tell motherfuckers to stop being racist towards her friends. And then y'all be getting on this bitch telling people, black people, they need to speak up about Palestine and all this other type of shit. We just saw in real action what goes on when it comes to black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all always want black people to be there for you. Always want black people to be your backbone. You know what I'm saying? Always be there for you. But when it's time for you to speak up for black people, but when it's time for motherfuckers to speak up for black people, they don't say shit. Like, bro, we just got a prime example of that shit. Like, I'm so glad they aired that. Like, bro.
You don't have to worry about me, baby. I will be seated. Do you hear me? I will be seated. Seated. Do not ask me for shit. And I mean that. Okay? Because it's just ridiculous. I will be seated. Do not bother me at all. Do not figure that shit out. Because it's the disrespect. Like, it's really the disrespect. And yes, it's that deep. Yeah, it is. It's the reason why this country is a hot ass mess right now. Yeah, it's that deep. Yeah, it is.
This is the last post that I'm gonna make about Huda, but if you are a black woman who is a Huda fan and a Huda defender, bitch, you're disappointing your ancestors. You need to look in the fucking mirror and be ashamed. Like, that bitch is so obviously racist and she likes to fetishize black men and y'all just Huda. Like, anybody who empathizes with Huda is a loser, is sorry to me. Like, y'all hoes are sorry. But especially black bitches, disgusted. This is the last post that I'm gonna make about Huda, but if you are a black woman who is a Huda fan and a Huda defender,
First of all racism should be called out anytime, anywhere it happens, period. Like, full stop. The problem with this situation is that Alandria and Shelly brought directly to Huda's attention that they were experiencing racism because of her fans. And they then asked her, because these are your fans, can you make a post and can you talk to them and tell them that this is not okay? She said yes, she was going to make the post. Then she never did. They then brought it up again to address it publicly in front of all of us for us to see. And instead of acknowledging the fact that she didn't make the post or speak out against the racism after it was addressed directly to her, which is the point that Alandria made, she instead said, oh, I was experiencing racism too, as if that disqualifies her from being able to speak to her fans who were being racist towards Alandria and Shelly. Everybody should call out racism. They brought it directly to her, and she didn't say anything about it.
Ridiculous. Let me see. What else? That's a little long-winded. Let's see what she has to say.
And this will be my last time speaking on this girl because y'all know I don't speak on Redacted. I don't speak on her at all, and that's for a reason. And I can't wait to be done with her and her cuckoo banana fans. Alandria revealing that she told her what was happening. She told her about the George Floyd post. She told her about everything and asked her to put out a statement to her fans who were being racist and insane. And Redacted didn't. Lets me know everything I need to know. She was never going to put out a statement. And you know why? Because those crazy cuckoo banana fans of hers validated every single thing that the grown-ass women and men on the island checked her for. Ooh. Like Shelly said at the reunion, you sat there inside the villa, you apologized for everything, you admitted where you were wrong, I took it too far, I did this, I did that. Then you came out the villa. You saw your following, you saw your crazy ass fans making excuses for you, sitting here saying, oh, you didn't do anything wrong, it's not your fault, all the things that you wanted to do in the villa but people were actually holding you accountable. You saw all of that and you leaned into it and you went for it and you said, you know what, I'm not sorry. I don't have to be sorry because I have an army of cuckoo bananas behind me. And that's exactly what happened. And honestly, it's not surprising. We knew it was going to happen. We knew no accountability was going to be taken. That's just who she is. And the people who follow her are exactly like her. And the people who like her are exactly like her. And honestly, I just can't wait to be done. I can't wait to be done with her, to never ever see her or speak to her again, blocked on everything, or her fans are blocked. Honestly, this was a terrible time thanks to that fan base. And if you still support her and you're still like, that's my girl and I like her, there's something deeply wrong with you, and unfollow me. And make me unfollow you too, so we keep it even. And I'm wishing a friend like Redacted on all of the people who are adamant on defending her. I hope you get a friend exactly like her.
Me too. I hope you do too. I hope you get a friend just like her. I hope you meet her. I do. I hope you get to meet her one day. Okay. Now, I saved this for last because this is what is truly the most important.
What is your relationship status at the moment?
There's been like a lot of pressure and like up to this moment. I know people are expecting us to be like labeled by now. And I also see comments, it's like, she better come like pregnant and married to a reunion. We're like, damn.
It's insane.
Hold up, wait a minute. We've always been believers in like taking our time with things and like not trying to pressure, like let outside pressure dictate our relationship. And we're going on trips together, like we have future dates planned.
Yeah. Knocking some things off of the list.
Knocking a lot of things off the list.
Yeah.
The list? What's on the list?
Skydiving.
Yeah, like crazy things that I've always wanted to do. He wants to take me to experience those things.
Yeah.
So.
He wants to take me to experience those things. List. Yeah. All the things that I always wanted to do. He wants to take me to do those things. Baby, what we mad about? I'm sorry. What we mad about? I ain't mad. You mad? I ain't mad. I'm happy. We need to be celebrating. Two classy black women. We need to be celebrating. We need to. No, they are exclusive. They are exclusive. So they are dating each other and her courtship is travel. Okay? It's not a coffee date. I know the girls was going back and forth on social media last week, probably still going on about coffee dates and stuff like that. He is currently courting her outside of the villa, and it involves a list of things that she always wanted to do. Period. Okay? That is where they at. All right? So I like this is my thing. I don't know why y'all want them to rush to what? They have the rest of their life. Seriously, rush to what? They're young. I don't understand. They still in their 20s. First of all, I would be so focused on career, the both of them, like building their careers while still dating each other. I would be building our careers, still dating each other, having fun, traveling, being young, not worrying about kids and all of that extra stuff. Like, why y'all want them to rush to settle down for? They young, they can enjoy each other. I don't understand. They're in courtship right now. That is, do y'all know what courtship looks like? It's just her courtship is a little more expensive where it involves travel. That's it. What's wrong with that?
Wow.
Yeah.
And whatever she wants, like I want to make sure it happens. Like we're
And see, this is literally the reason why I love Nicolandria so damn bad was because it was teaching the younger generation to slow the hell down. Get to know people. Like, seriously, actually allow a man to court you so you can get to know him. Like, y'all just, because she met this guy and everything is going great right now, but it's like, really get to know a person truly, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Get to know someone. Getting to know someone takes time. It takes going through 4 seasons together. It takes experiencing grief together. It takes experiencing what their money management is like, how they deal with conflict, how they deal with disappointment. How, you know what I'm saying? Like, you actually got to get to know a person. Why are we rushing them into something? Like, let them go at their pace. And that's what I always loved about them. They were setting the tone for slow burner connections for the younger generation to have an example of what that looks like. Y'all stay in situationships. Y'all stay in these friends with benefit style relationships. That's what happened to Iris. That's what happened to Hannah. That's what happened to Grayson. That's what happened to Sierra. Come, do I need to keep going? So that's what I loved about them was they took it slow. They had a slow burner. They really got to know each other. They got to know their families, meet their families, and all of that type of stuff. So what are we rushing? I don't understand. And it seems like Ace is ready to take that next step with Shelly. He got something planned for her. And so it's like, let these gentlemen be gentlemen and plan something properly and slow and at the right pace and time in which their relationship is going. That's what's real. I don't understand. Y'all be moving so fast and the shit be fake. It break down. It don't last. It never was gonna last because you just passed all the red flags because you rushing for a title? Oh my goodness.
completing all. Yeah.
Well, what do you have to say to haters who say that this is fake?
Honestly, I call them my second fan base because like they're obsessed. Nicolandria is already a huge fan base, but oh my goodness, the other fan bases as well. It's like, oh, you love me.
Let
Thank
your
you.
haters be your motivators.
Exactly.
They
always.
hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah, that's
Just confused fans.
Exactly. You don't think they're real? Okay, focus on your bubble. Come on.
Yeah, agreed. Well, Sierra won't be joining us tonight as she did leave the show, but we do want to acknowledge she was a big part of your journey in the villa. In fact, on Instagram, we got a question from Charlotte who wanted to ask Nick and Landria, have either of you seen or talked to Sierra since leaving the villa?
Charlotte, I have not.
Charlotte, girl, you messy. You messy, but I'm here for it because I want to know like what was going on with that. And I was so shocked to hear Nick's response.
And I don't plan on it either. Leaving the villa, I wanted to like speak to her, like after I processed all those things coming out the first week. And then she started making these videos. The first thing was like, she was in Greece and there was this caption and it was like, when you thought it was real, but now your friend is like dating him or something. And then every time she would do something like that, I'm like, okay,
I feel like she was low-key like prioritizing some attention through those videos rather than like wanting to fix.
When I tell y'all, Sierra be acting so thirsty for attention and clout, it's hard to watch. It's cringy. She was here in Houston. Did y'all see the promo video? When I tell y'all that shit was so motherfucking cringy. Like, I'm watching the video, but I'm wanting to look away. Cause I'm just like, girl, you doing all of this, and this man is not concerned about you at all. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Oh my goodness. Like that's embarrassing. And to be honest, I think Nick would have respected Sierra if they would have had a conversation before getting social media involved. And for her, and then what was so weird to me regarding Sierra is like, okay, you had such an interesting experience on Love Island, and it involved things that you posted to social media, and here you are doing weird shit again. Like, I don't get it. It's like, when you think you would want to take a step back from social media and make sure you're carrying yourself and conducting yourself in a certain way to where you're not feeding into certain things, negative things. She seemed like another one that allowed social media to get in her head and convince her of things that were just not true. It's just ridiculous.
If there was anything to fix.
Well, meeting you and seeing you now, it's clear that things worked out exactly as they were meant to. So I gotta know.
Yes, Andy. They sure did. Yes, they did.
Was it worth the wait?
With Nick?
Yeah.
Like, the whole couple up at the end?
The journey.
Oh, the journey.
Whoa.
They call me Big Belgian for a reason. Wow.
Yo, oh my gosh, I'm done with them. Okay. Let me see. Is there anything else? No, that's it. That's all I really wanted to touch on. To end this live, it seemed like a lot of my assessments actually were true. Hurricane Huda was going to destroy her castle, and she's currently in the process of that. I don't know though. That Netflix comment, that may have been the nail in the coffin. That may have been the nail in the coffin. Also, Louis may walk away from her because she's a bad look, and he was in it for the clout. And now that she's a bad look because of the comments that she's making about Netflix and Peacock and all of that, he may ditch her pretty quick here because he ain't trying to lose out on his own opportunities. What else? I feel like Nick and Olandria, as long as they keep going at the pace that they're going and keeping social media and outside influences in the middle of their connection, I think they're gonna make it. I really do. Ace and Shelly, I love to see them as well on my timeline. I love to see how it's two black people together. They're not the stereotype and they're out here doing really big things. I love that. Amaya and Brian, it's not shocking that they didn't make it. I'm surprised they made it this far. And let me see what else. Iris and Pepe, not shocked about that. Pepe seems like a player. He seems like he gets around. He likes the women. He likes to weigh out his options, but he's not looking to truly settle down. Brian is a sleazeball, like I said. And I'm trying to think what else. Is that it? Coco, you were still a disappointment to me. I'm very disappointed in Coco. I don't know. I just held her to a higher standard because you're a black woman, and I just feel like you should have known better. You should have given Olandria the benefit of the doubt, even if there was some weird energy between y'all, a misunderstanding or something like that. You should have just given her the benefit of the doubt, or at least given her the opportunity to have a conversation with you on the reunion. But you were just moving weird, honestly. So, and I agree with Ace. I agree with Shelly. I agree with Olandria and Nick. People got out the villa. They started moving weird. They started moving funny. So, Jeremiah. When it comes to Jeremiah, I don't really know how to really feel about Jeremiah, honestly. And the reason I'm saying this is simply because I don't know. Like, it just seemed like once Jeremiah saw how much love and attention Olandria was getting, he started acting different too. So I don't know. I don't know. I do see the switch up because he's saying that he really found Olandria to be attractive. She's the wifey type. Like, that's someone I would be with. But we all know that that's not his preference. And we all know his preference is the phenotype of a Honda. So, but that's just the truth. Like, that's the type of women he goes after. And he's made that known. He literally made that known on Love Island. So I don't know. I think it's weird that he's kind of switching up now. And there's a lot of men that are doing that. Taylor and Clark, Taylor, baby, that man is competing with you. And I'm going to die on this hill when I say that. Like, he is competing with you. He doesn't know how to let you shine. And at some points, like, at some parts, I feel like when they interact, he kind of dims her light a little bit. And she has to stay in this space where he's comfortable, but she has to make herself small. I don't like seeing that. I love seeing women with men where they blossom. Men step to the side and let them blossom and shine. I don't like it when men are crowning over them, looking at them, clocking every little thing they say and every little thing they do. Like, better not say nothing that may overstep me or outshine me. That's what it gives sometimes when Taylor and Clark are interacting. So I'm not really feeling that. Charlie, I don't really have much to say. I'm not gonna lie, I skipped that part. I didn't even watch it. I didn't care. The whole Charlie and Hannah situation, it's like, cry me a river. Like, seriously, if you want to be with the girl, be with the girl. Charlie, you gave Insecure, and you still give Insecure because you came in there with so much like heavy like energy, like you had something to prove or something. It was very weird, and you could tell that Charlie's ego was bruised, and Pepe did it, and it really bothered him. So that's pretty much all that I have to say regarding Love Island. I don't want to talk about Honda no more. I really want to be done with her. Honestly, I don't want to see her. I don't care about her fans. She will be blocked if she is in any brand deals, any TV shows. If she is associated with anything, I will be boycotting that, because at the end of the day, when it came to the George Floyd situation, why people are not taking what she did serious, but then Black Lives Matter and the whole George Floyd situation, we're blacking out our Instagrams and our profiles and all of that shit. And she sits on this platform and she says that, and it's taken lightly or it's not handled seriously. It's just something I just won't respect. So it doesn't matter what brand, what TV show, whatever she's involved in, I will not support it. And she had the opportunity to truly fix that and clear that up and stand up for what was right. Even if she just didn't do it for Olandria or Shelly, she could have stand up for what was right, because she is a woman that comes from a very interesting background, and we're in some very sensitive times. So the fact that she just sat there and didn't even make it right just off of principle was weird to me. So that's all that I have regarding this video. Thank you so much for joining me. And please give the video a thumbs up. Please give the video a thumbs up. And I hope to catch you in my next one.
This is my opinion. I'm free to state my opinion anytime I like, right? Thank you.
I don't want you to feel like that, but yeah, feel like that.